made it this far. I can't believe we made it this far. I can't believe we made it this far. I can't believe we made it this far. Heaven is sky. And I can't believe I made it this far. Tell you how I feel, tell you how I feel. I'm just trying to tell you how I feel, tell you how I feel.
Make sure you turn the lights off.
Yeah, I got you.
So we'll just go down the line here.
Can you tell us a little bit about how you became coach of this particular team?
That's a great question. Yes. So I'm at a golf outing sponsoring at Shippensburg University. Marty Trimmer, Coach Trimmer, who I've loved forever. We used to bring my Bishop McDevitt teams down here to Central York and play at the tip-off tournament. I was living in North Carolina out of coaching, and I said, if you could guess, other than Central York, who would be the team in this area that you think would be the best to coach, knowing I was moving back to the area? And he goes, I don't know. I said, me either. I said, I would love York, but Kevin's doing a great job. I knew when Kevin got the job here, Sheeler. Fast forward, I moved to the area in March. Central York's in the state playoffs, and a buddy texted me and said, hey, Kevin announced he's going to be done, Coach Sheeler, at the end of the season. So I called Marty and said, look, I am in. My wife said, I got to get back into coaching. I'm driving her nuts, and it's what I do, and I missed it, and thankfully got the job here.
Coach Hoke asked me about coming here a couple years ago and just helping out. Coach Hoke had played against my team back in 1987 when we won a state championship, and I just found his dedication and his interest to be infecting, and I decided to get in and help with the guys, and so I came in as a volunteer assistant, and obviously really glad that I did that, but more importantly, I learned an awful lot from the guys and Coach Hoke in our program.
Well, I kind of consider myself like the defensive coordinator for the team. Kind of my role, making sure that our athletes are, understanding the positioning, the movement, moving as one, what we're doing on ball screens, how we're setting up our presses.
I think for me it was a little bit different just because, I was kind of like the old head, the unk of the team, just being the senior, with just Bowden. I feel like that's something that's not very common to do what we did with such a young team. A lot of these teams that we were going up against were teams that had multiple seniors out on the court, who had been playing with each other for 4 years. How do you, understand, what everybody's role is, what they can do, how to get the most out of them. It was a great life lesson, I think, for me, just being the older guy, to kind of be the leader that everybody looks up to and, show what it's like to be, a Central York Panther. And it was super easy too, though, because we all got along so well.
We clicked right away. I think coming into practices, being in classes with each other and, coming after classes, and you form that brotherhood at such a young age, and once you keep going up levels, it continues to rise.
We all celebrated each other's success, and I think that's what separated us from a lot of other teams. The most challenging part was just kind of managing the expectations. I think the beginning of the season was tough because, like I said, you have these expectations of, what you want to accomplish, and especially when you have such a good team like we did, you don't want to fall short of those expectations. Midway through the season, I think we started to realize that we just got to go out there and have fun.
I thought we could win the districts. I thought we could win the county. And I thought, you got to get lucky to win states. It's matchups. There's so many great teams. You get the right seed, the great matchup, you got to get lucky. So I thought we could. We had the talent, but I didn't know if we would. But to me, we win counties, we win districts. That's the next step. Anything can happen in the state playoffs.
My expectations were, to win a county championship, to maybe win a district championship, and to be in the hunt for a state championship. From where I was looking at it as assistant coach, I think we started out with a lot of talent and a lot of character, good guys with good character, good students in the class who understood their roles. Later in the season, we developed a consistency in our practice attitude, and that helped to make that character even stronger.
We sat down, we talked about winning counties, getting the division, then the county championship, then the district championship. We knew we only had one choice, which was to go get that state title. So I think for every year, if you're not having the expectation of winning everything and winning every single game, you're selling yourself short.
Coming into my junior year, knowing that our first game was against Reading at home, I think that definitely lit a fire under all of us.
Them being the state champs, everybody was super ready for that game, locked in.
Like all my years playing against Reading, we had never won. I was taking this game, my last chance to play them, really, really personal. I wanted to really beat Reading because we had never beat them before.
Any team that's coming off a state title or is consistently in the state running.
Reading, the leak out, Rodriguez to jam. Reading has been knighted once again and will win the 6A state championship.
We want to continue to play the best around the state. So whether we're playing tough teams in York, tough teams in the district, or tough teams in the state, I think winning those big games always can set the tone and put you on the right path.
Good evening, sports fans. Welcome to Sports Shooting Stars. My broadcast partner, Marcellus Gottwald and Todd Edwards. Marcellus, a big one here tonight, I'll tell you, and a packed house here in Central York.
I don't know how much bigger you could start out. You got the state champions coming visiting Central York. I'm pumped up, man. That's a winning program right there, Reading. Man, I can just feel the energy out here.
Let's not forget the opponent for Reading tonight, this Central York Panther team, led by some big guns here. 1,000-point scorer, Grant Gettinger, who comes in with just over 1,100 points.
Player of the year last year in York and Adams. Man, what a beast. And he's not alone on that squad.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Ben Rill, 6'8" Ben Rill. He's going to be a big contributor, and along with Ben Natal, 3 players that are really getting D1 looks here for Central York. Also, we'll have Ryan Brown Jr. and also Brooklyn Nace. That name may sound familiar. He was the quarterback for Central York.
The team had played Reading the year before and had lost by like 17, 19 points, something like that. I think going into that, we felt like we could play with them. It was a matter of, can we match them intensity-wise? And
we definitely had a chip on our shoulder, especially from when I was a sophomore. We went into their house and we got blown out.
The energy that they had and just like how they played, the hard work, the intensity, we knew it was going to be a hard game.
We wanted to come out firing. Like we're saying, you know what, they're gonna have to beat us at our game. They're pretty good at their game. They've won 3 state titles in a couple of years, and they're fast, they're fierce, they play defense. However, I knew we could score better than them. I knew we could shoot and score better.
For them, we wanted to see if we could play at their pace. So getting up and down, could we play Reading style? We had to make sure that we were in a mindset where we knew that we could compete with them.
Bring the game
to you. Let's go.
And Reading with the possession first, bringing the ball up.
Wide open 3.
Big
Money.
3 by Daquan Burgess, the first points of today's game.
Down to the big guy, Greg. Oh, what a move.
Gettinger.
Money.
Put in. Nice move by Gettinger. One-on-one there and a turnover. Reading now brings the ball up court. And big 3. Nick Chapman drives to the net. Tough put in and the and one.
Oh! Tough move there.
Big 3. Knocks it down.
Timeout Central as Reading comes out blazing.
9 points for Nick Chapman.
They came down here to send a message.
Nace to the bucket and a put in.
Oh, what a take!
And big bucket there by. Nice move by Ben Natal, but there for the put in, Ben Rill. And Ryan Brown Jr. with 5 points with that bucket. Natal for 3. Money on that shot, Ben Natal. Down low to Ben Natal, and the put in by Ben Natal.
That's a turnover.
And Ryan Brown Jr. now making it look easy. Nice move. Nice move. And the put in by Ben Natal.
And we know Ben Natal can score points in a hurry.
Gettinger drives down low. And the put in by Gettinger.
And that's a little Dirk Nowitzki.
Nice backdoor.
Swatted away by Rill. The kick out to Gettinger for three.
Money. Reading's looking to push it. That's one thing they're good at. But
and a steal by Gettinger. 3-point attempt by Natal, and he sinks it.
Oh, just like that, we got a 10-point lead.
Talk about a momentum swing, 52 to 42. Reading may seem a little shell-shocked right now. Chapman drives to the net, rebounded by Gettinger, gets it out.
Nice pass ahead.
Nice move by Brooklyn.
What a touch there, little finger roll action off the glass.
9 points for Brooklyn Nate.
Kick out, Greg Gettinger, he likes that.
Gettinger for 3.
Wow, ice in his veins.
Muscled his way in. Still nothing. Finally gets the and one.
What a strip.
Jackson now goes to the net and the put in.
Wow.
By Ryan Jackson, his first points.
Oh, even
and
better.
A steal there by Pinckney. Drives to the net. Oh! And the put and the and one.
But if you would have told me after that first quarter that it would be 90 to 69 with less than a minute to go and Central would be winning, I might have to call your bluff.
Your final score, Central 90, Reading 73, and what a game, 90 points.
Hats off to Central.
Came out, it was really a tale of two halves. First half belonged to Reading, and this second half belonged to your team, Central York.
We wrote down on the board, we're going to come out, be the aggressor, and get rebounds. That's like the main thing that we thought we were going to win this game. First half, it was kind of shaky, but the second half, we definitely locked in on that and got it done.
Walk in, walk out. Get that dub. Let's go. Let's go.
Going into that game and kind of, beating the brakes off of them and showing, how this Central York team can play, how we can run, I think was super, super important, not only, to make a statement, but also to prove to ourselves, like going up against the state champs that, we can play against anybody on any night, and that if this is our baseline, if this is our floor, our ceiling is 10 times higher.
It was a matter of can we match Reading's intensity, and then can we offensively put the points on the board? Well, obviously, 90 points later, everybody kind of figured out that we were pretty good. So
after that, people are like, okay, all right, these guys are for real. And I saw in the second half of that game the team that I wanted, the team that I knew they could be, we could be.
Us coming out and fighting and, winning that game by a big margin just showed that we can compete with some of the top teams in the state.
Coming to you live tonight from downtown York, the home of the Bearcat Den. We got a big game tonight, York High and Central. It's a big rivalry game. You can throw the records out tonight between these two schools.
1, 2, 3, Central! 1, 5, 6!
Yeah! York High gives us a battle no matter what. And our kids always are up for that game.
Just going against York High, quote-unquote rivalry game. It's always going to be a crazy crowd, hostile crowd, just a hard game.
I could just tell that the players were locked in. Some of the younger guys stepped up, like RB said, RJ guarding one of York High's best players, Joel Tucker.
But it rolls out of bounds. Now Central will have an opportunity. Ben Real with the bucket, and Central now down by 2. Deep three by Brooklyn Ace, and he drained. Nice shot by Ryan Brown Jr. Gettinger for a deep three, and makes it.
We could play, we could beat every single team that we faced, but it wasn't going to just be our talent that wins us that game. We knew we were a good team. We knew that, I guess you could say we were the favorites. How are we going to, manage that expectation and not take that for granted and still show up and play as hard as you can?
at York High, it was a matter of, by then we kind of knew we were pretty good. Our shooting in that game, you look at RB hitting threes, and you look at guys playing so offensively well together, I thought was really important.
Deep three. Ryan Brown Jr. making it look easy. And a steal there by Ryan Jackson. Oh, and the and one. There's Ben Rill. 16 points for Ben Rill. There's Ryan Brown Jr. for three and sinks it. 17 points for Ryan Brown.
We get into the sloppy, undisciplined, get up a few points or a few buckets. We did not play really well there. When we don't play our way, the right way, anybody can beat us on any note.
Tempers flaring here.
At that point, I saw what we could be, what we were when we played the way we should.
I thought defensively we weren't quite at where we would be yet from my vantage point as an assistant coach, but how are you going to stop us? There were so many different places that we could score, and York High couldn't stop all those places.
Getting here for three, sinks.
It's hard to guard. He was right in his face.
Down low, Ben Rill. Getting her for three, making it easy. Getting her for three, and wow, what a shot by Getting her.
That's another big time three from Greg Gettinger. I believe that's 5 on the night.
It was just a those games that you can never take your foot off the gas against York High because you never know.
Oh, what a shot.
As he goes over to the Kane visuals and does a little flex to the camera.
Obviously, York High gave us a really good game, but these boys they've been tested. Whether it's in AAU, whether it's even summer league games, they play basketball all year round. So there's nothing that these kids can't accomplish. But York High's always been a tough test.
W's, number 1 in the county. Is what it is.
Yo, we stay winning. We'll see why. Come on now.
We knew exactly how it was going to be. We played them 3 times last year, so we know exactly what we had to do. Just when we get going, it's hard to stop us because defense is going to win us every game this year.
Our next step in maturity and really reaching that next level as a team is understanding that locking in on defense early is going to translate into our offense, and then that is going to set the tone for the rest of the game.
We had dominated Dallastown here at home the first time we played them, and we didn't have a couple of our best players. Ben Rill was out, Ben Natal was out, and we dominated them by 40-something here at home. So I think we went into that game with everybody back thinking, you can't play with us. And I think that was kind of where we were, that you just didn't have the ability to stay in the game with us if we were playing with that chemistry together, and we did.
I think as far as every sport goes, in terms of Dallastown and Central, it's always a big game.
Yeah, I mean, every game, ideally we want to come out and play 110%, but the rivalry title, I think that just gives us that extra push.
Well, the previous year, our only loss was to Dallastown on our home court. For our guys, losing that game, we came in with the understanding that we can't take these guys lightly, whether it's at home or on their floor. It's always a rivalry. They're very well coached. I think understanding that we can't take it for granted. We went full force and we did not let off the gas.
My freshman year, they beat us here at home, and a lot of things were being said after that game. So, just going into Dallastown, we put our foot down every time. So, it's a personal game for us.
Well, Dallastown always plays us hard. They play so hard. They're so physical. They're so athletic. They play hard. I felt really good that we were ready for those guys, and we just had more talent. We had more size and talent. We said we're going to score inside. We did a really good job of that.
I always appreciate playing Dallastown just because, I know some of the guys, in their student section, so I know it's going to be an extra chirpy. It just adds to the level of, competitiveness. You got to give them the respect, or the credit where it's due, because they can go crazy. My sophomore year, we didn't make any playoffs because, we lost to Dallastown and ended up losing the tiebreaker that year. And so, those things were haunting. And so Dallastown will, forever be a big game for me, just because I know, what they have done, to kind of, to get us, to kind of stab us in the back. But, this year, with the guys that we had, I had no doubt that if we showed up, that we could run them off the court. They're really, really well coached, but as long as we showed up and played our best, that we were unstoppable.
We're just about ready to get this one underway. Dallastown in their white and blue here tonight, and Central in bright orange tonight with black numbers. And Dallastown controls attack. Ben Natal in the wing right away, and in for two for Natal. The bucket good as Natal gets a steal that time, and Natal down the court for his second bucket here in the first quarter and gets fouled in the play. Underneath it goes to Saxon Suchanek, just again, great pass from Gettinger, and Suchanek scores very quickly. Rill, the strong move up and in. Ben Rill, the big 6'8" guy, takes it to the rack. Brooklyn Nace, free. Steal by Central, thrown out ahead to Saxon Suchanek. Suchanek gets nailed from behind. Central off and running.
Central with numbers.
And Ben Rill up to the work. Great pass from Doug Lair to Ben Rill on the run. Underneath it goes to Rill. Rill creates space. Rill up and in. And Rill did a great job of getting himself set that time.
Good deflection.
Then deflection followed up. Up and down to Gettinger, and that's what they do. JoJo Woodard up and off the bench. And JoJo Woodard with a second straight bucket. He's exploding in the game here with 6 points. JoJo Woodard has had a time here in the third and fourth quarter, 8 points. That might be the highlight of the night right there. And Central is going to win this one 73-43.
OC1, another dub, baby. Let's go!
What I'm going to take my hat off to Central York for, they got a lot of kids playing hard.
I remember Asmir and JoJo, they're incredible people. That's the thing about these kids. Like, they're not only all 4.0 students, but they're incredible people, and they're going to do great things. So seeing those guys get the opportunity to show what they can do, when they're not in the playing time they'd hope for, and they're the majority of the time they're just busting their butts at practice. They're the ones that are the unsung heroes, and seeing them succeed, there's really nothing better. And that's another reason, as you asked before, like why I really got into coaching is seeing those and having those moments with the kids that maybe don't get all the glamour or all the glory.
Yeah, Central Dauphin was one of the top teams on our schedule. I know some of the guys from Central Dauphin, so I know that they're a pretty good team.
Well, they've got a lot of size. They got a lot of bouncy kids that can really score Fletcher's, one that we really had to focus on. So
I think it was the first real game where we had another team that was able to kind of put up the same amount of points that we were able to.
I think in terms of Central Dauphin, I think as an overall, Mid-Penn teams are very scrappy. And we knew it was going to come down to the wire. I mean, Central Dauphin, they don't give up. You know, they're full of heart and energy every single play, every single possession.
That's a very good, very athletic, very up and down team that can shoot. And when Central Dauphin gets hot, especially at home, they're really tough. So.
This is us. Come on.
To watch our offense in that game and some of the things that Greg Gittinger did and Ben Natal did offensively was pretty awesome. I mean, the guys put on a show that night.
Greg was unbelievable. Greg, they couldn't stop Greg. They didn't have an answer for Greg, thank God. That game, the highlight to me was Ben Natal played absolutely out of his mind. Great defensive game. He was phenomenal.
That game, we learned a lot. It went down to the wire. We learned how to keep our composure, and I think there was just a lot of growth from our team after that game.
You learn a lot because there's so many moments where you could crumble to the pressure or to just trying to be the hero, but we stayed together and we kind of took it, as one possession at a time, especially in those late games. And
Greg being the X factor in that game, just hitting every single shot, leading our team in that game. We knew that if we matched their intensity, that we could pull off that game.
High School Sports Live is proud to present the Central York versus Cumberland Valley Boys Cross Conference Showdown. This is number 1 versus number 2 in the District 6A rankings, with Central York atop the York League and Cumberland Valley in the top of the Mid-Penn Conference Division. What a showdown here tonight.
No music, hey! 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 Central TV 6! 1, 2, 3! 4, 5, 6!
Well, I think the fact is they knew Cumberland Valley was really good, and going into that game, it was a matter of they're a much more disciplined half-court team. We felt that we could push them a little bit full court, but we also felt in half-court we were pretty good too.
There was a lot on the line for that game, the number 1 spot.
That game we knew was going to be a potential, what we thought was the district championship. While we don't want to ever get too high or too low, that was one the kids really got up for.
We knew it was 1 versus 2. I was super nervous before that game, as we threw up before the game.
They're so disciplined. They're so well coached. They're a great shooting team.
I got a lot of respect for Cumberland Valley. They had some really, really good talent on their team, and they played well together. I just knew it was going to be a battle.
The bigger the game, the bigger we all come together and we play. So
I got to tell you, that was one of the finest games I've ever seen.
Is a real treat. A sneak peek at the 2 best teams. Number 1 against number 2. This is the game we've been waiting for all year. Central York controls the tip.
That's a big answer right there.
That's Aiden Deal. He can get hot. Deal is for real, guys.
Wow, you say he's the real deal. Jake Snyder. Nice change of direction there for the big guy.
Cumberland Valley 12-4. Let's see what Central York does in response. Oh, there's an answer from Central York.
RB Brown.
RB baby.
Oh, that was crafty, wasn't it?
When Gittinger gets it there, it's lights out.
We just talked about Lebo.
JJ with the J.
Nice steal.
That was Ben Natal.
With the flush. Lee
JJ. Kid got nuts.
Looked like JJ Redick on that one.
Real. Oh, he's strong.
Yes. Real.
Showing a mid-range.
He's keeping it real. There's a spark right there for Central York.
Ryan Jackson off the bench.
JJ Lebo. Oh my goodness. Natal.
God, is anyone missing this game?
29-27.
That's one way to tie it up.
Jackson said, "Don't forget about me for 3."
What a shooting performance by both teams.
Yes. Nice drill. Wow. Central York.
Well, I know Big Ben's in London, but he appears to be out here on this court tonight.
Amazing how they dissect that zone. Look at this.
Ben Natal. Ben Natal again.
Oh, that's so smooth. They're up 10, just like that.
You can't let him go to his left hand.
Everybody that he's left-handed.
Yeah.
Hats off to Cumberland Valley. Hats off to Central York.
The depth of Central York is very, very impressive. I mean, everybody knows their role. It's very, very impressive. I look for them to make a long run in the districts and into states.
We number one, baby. We number one.
I'm so proud of you, fellas.
So the start of that game was the most unbelievable first quarter probably ever seen in high school basketball around here. I don't even know what the score was, but it was like 22-19 or something like that. We couldn't stop them. They couldn't stop us. I think there was like 1 or 2 missed shots in the first quarter. I don't know that Cumberland Valley missed a shot, actually. They have a lot of length and size and can shoot, and that was a little bit challenging, but our strength was inside. And the combination, Greg, everyone knows about Greg Gettinger's scoring, but he can pass. And Ben Rill can stink and score inside. He is tough, and they did not have an answer for him. So we tried to go high-low, and that really, really worked well. That was one of the best high school basketball games I've been involved in.
The excitement of the game, the big crowd that was here, our home crowd, we definitely fed off their energy. I'd say that was one of our best games together as a team. We learned a lot about each other and definitely grew.
You know, seeing such a big and hostile crowd come into this place, it was huge for us. Everything about the game kind of leveled us up in terms of playing together and, you know, securing that #1 spot.
Our guys live for that kind of game where you're playing a team and say, hey, this team's pretty good. And seeing people shoot the ball well and then being able to match up with that. I think our guys live for that kind of thing. So it's not a whole lot of what we had to do to prepare as a coaching staff. It was more along the lines of our guys recognizing the moment and being able to step into that moment, and especially happening here on the home court.
With the full crowd, you know, having everyone on our side, you know, we took full advantage of that, and we got the job done that way.
Just like what RB said, bigger the game, the more we knew we had to show up, and I think we did exactly that. We showed up, got the job done, and solidified that #1 spot in district.
I knew that we could beat anybody when we beat them because several coaches, former coaches that I spoke to after the game said, that's the best Cumberland Valley could play. And you took their best and you beat them by 10 points. Well, whatever, it was 10 points, until the final couple of seconds. But when we do what we need to do, we're going to be pretty darn good.
Final regular season broadcast. It's the Red Lions visiting the Central York Panthers.
Should be a good one here.
We're expecting a good back-and-forth game once again here today.
Right now, as we're coming off the timeout, Central with the possession.
Quarterback throws over to Ben.
Ben Natal drives to the bucket, and the footing.
There it is.
Natal, and what a moment. With that bucket, that's his 1,000th point.
Ben Natal is 1,000th point, just a junior. Led the man have his moment.
And Ben Natal being hugged by his teammates, and it looks like he's going over to his mother to give her the game ball.
And he'll present the ball over to his family in the stands. He's the 7th member of Central's boys basketball 1,000-point club. Wow. It's incredible. Wow. Final 4.4. Geininger's got to go. Pull up left wing. 3. He hits it with Sedora's hand in his face. Again, it did not matter.
Wow.
And Geininger takes Central to the locker room with a 30-24 lead at the half.
Well, we struggled for 2 years with Red Lion. We always struggled with them. They're big and strong seniors. They had 3 seniors, 6'3", 6'4", 6'5" across the board, and strong. That was tough, and we never played well against them. They intimidated us. They play tough and strong inside. We have some size, but I'm never comfortable playing them.
Every single time you play Red Lion, you know it's going to be every aspect that every other team brings. Red Lion brings it tenfold. And they play a style of the game where it makes you struggle a little bit, especially us. We like to play fast, and they slow it down a lot.
Here we go. Second half of basketball.
There he is, the 1,000-point scorer, Ben Natal with the rock.
Baseline.
Ooh, nice move. That was beautiful. That's tough.
Here's Geininger out on the right perimeter. One dribble, shoots, and he hits another 3. He makes it look too easy. Here's Natal driving the lane. Ball knocked loose. Rill grabs it and takes it in for a left-hand slam. Here's a drive from Williams to the hoop. Left-hand layup.
And Williams took Rill right to the hoop.
What a move by Geininger. He was fouled.
I'm just going to say that's next level.
And there's the trap.
And stepping through is Cade Shepard. He hits Sedora down low, kicks it out. A 3 for Overcheck, and he drills it from the left corner. Now down low, here's Sukanik, who's back in. Missed it short, but taps it right back up and in.
Nice job and running the other end.
Overcheck leaks free. He beats everybody down the floor for 2. It's 42-38. Geininger catch and shoot and sticks another 3. One pass on the inbound to him.
Geininger with the ball. Nice spin move. And
he just can't even miss. I don't think even if he tried, he couldn't miss.
Here goes Nace the other way. Steers through. Three blocked by Williams. Williams sidestep on Sukanik. Kicked it to the trailing. Good! And he buries a 3-pointer. Here's Jackson, pull up, left side, mid-range, it's pure. Ryan Jackson hits.
That's his first bucket of the night.
Here's to Jackson who launches a 3, it's good! Ryan Jackson out over Dennis. Here's Overcheck, hop step in, and he scoops it home for 2. The Panthers wanted to travel. Here's Geininger spinning it, missed once, missed twice, third effort, it wouldn't go. Geininger's slow to get up. Might have gotten his knee banged. Sedora at the other end, layup and 1. And Geininger's down on all 4s again. And certainly that's the biggest concern for the Panthers at the moment.
2-point game.
Point game. Central up 52-50.
And the rebound good for Red Lion. Sedora rifles it in. Williams the catch, and he lays it in, and now we're tied. Crosses over, darts it in with some contact. He scoops it home.
I'll tell you what, the kid took a shot there.
Nice feed. And the put in by Christmas. Saxton Sukanik to clean things.
To the left wing, here's Brown cutting in, a floater, he got it. Dennis down low, and Sedora lays it in.
Nice ball movement by Red Lion.
To Nace, right side, baseline drive, floater up short. Rill the rebound and lays it in, and this game's tied at 60. Here's a dangerous pass and a foul on Geininger, who came up on Overcheck near midcourt. It's only Central's second of the quarter. Sedora makes the grab, fires it left side, Overcheck, a 3, airball, and Rill the catch. And a foul call on sideline, and Rill will be shooting. And Rill to shoot. Here's the first. And it rolls in.
We're so good at this.
Here's the second. And he got it. 62-60. Central back on top. Good inbounds from the sideline. Sonora the catch, and he scores! Sonora ties it at 62. Now 51.3.
I'd hold for the last shot.
Central's possession coming off the timeout. R.B. Brown. Well, we're down under 15 seconds, sports fans. Could we get some bonus basketball? 5 seconds and counting. Mendentow in the rock.
The night that he scored 1,000.
A screen from Geininger. Crossover into the lane. Spin. Shoots. Got it! Tall is the hero tonight.
He sinks it! He sinks it! It's unbelievable! Mendentow with the game-winning shot. Simply amazing.
Oh, they're pushing him over there.
On the night that he scored his 1,000th point, he wins it at the buzzer.
What a great shot. Little shoulder fake, get the guy moving, come back. What a great shot.
Where he at? Where he at? Where's Uno? Come on, baby.
Redline, meanwhile, they play Central as tough as anybody has all year. But a 2-point win for the Panthers, 64-62 is the final score.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. It was a lot was happening. And I saw Ben with the ball, and the only thing I was doing was looking at the clock, saying, "Come on, Ben, let's go." And I thought he seemed to know when the last moment was, and a lot of people have argued about did he get it shot off or before or after the buzzer. But that night, the buzzer said he got it off for before. So
Tough night today. But you know what? Probably think you what too.
JT, you get us some pictures?
I was fortunate enough. I hit my 1,000 points and the buzzer beater as well. I remember Coach Marco told me after I hit my 1,000 points, so close to the end of the game, you don't want to end your 1,000-point game on a loss. So, that kind of fired me up a little bit. Coach Hoke drew that last player for me. I know there's a lot of controversy talking about if I got it off on time. We won the game, so there's a lot of emotions. And on top of the win and my 1,000 points. So.
And we're joined by a special guest, no more special than Ben Natal. There you are, Ben. Let's talk about it. Run us through that final shot. It was a big one here tonight.
Yes, sir. So Coach Hoke called a timeout late in the fourth. Couple seconds left. He drew up a play we run all the time in practice. He wanted me to get the last shot. The game was tied, so I knew whether I missed or not, I was going to go into overtime and we'd be good. So I took that shot with confidence and it went in.
You were never thinking about missing that shot. How about it?
No, sir.
Cold as a big shot, game-winning shot. Not to mention your 1,000 point tonight. How special was that moment? And then I saw you gave the ball to your mom.
Yeah, it's definitely a blessing to be able to say that I'm a 1,000-point scorer. But I wouldn't have done this without my teammates and my coaches. Coach Hoke, even since I was a freshman, he's put me in tough positions to be able to get to the point where I am now. He molded me into the player I am today, and my teammates. We got a lot of talent, but, Greg being a 1,000-point scorer, me and Ben Rill almost going to be a 1,000-point scorer, that just shows how unselfish and of a great group we are.
I see you guys. Appreciate it.
They play for each other, and that's the best thing about these boys. They're always about the other person. They're not selfish at all. They don't have a selfish bone in their body. So getting the 1,000-point, hitting the game winner, they were all pumped. They're always for one another, and I think whether it's Greg being the all-time leading scorer, Ben Rill, Ben Natal getting their 1,000-point. In the moment, we're like, hey, we got a game to win. But afterwards, if you saw them in the locker room, you'd be like, man, these kids, they love each other.
We wanted to have the last shot, and the fact that he got it and made it, and that was big. That was big because we didn't play a perfect game by any means in that one. I was glad we had the ball at the end, and I'm glad we had it in the hands of Ben. He seemed to be able to pull off the big one here when we needed it.
One thing that Redline did really well is, they made us be a lot more patient with possessions, and with them slowing the tempo down, kind of gave us a little bit of struggles. That's why every game against Redline is super close.
Being able to, get the win the way we did, with Ben's buzzer beater, it leaves something to celebrate, but also like we got to make sure that we show up because like I've been talking about expectations, and you got to win even on bad days. A win's a win, but how can we learn from this game now? How can we improve and not take a step backwards, because we're going to see other teams that are going to face us like this.
Coming into counties, it's always a huge thing around York. A lot of people come to those games.
During counties, we got to play a lot of teams that we didn't usually see or know much about, like Littlestown, Eastern.
We knew going in we had a lot of pressure on us, but like as the season goes on, you can feel like we're immune to the pressure now. Once you get to counties, all that pressure is out the window because you've been playing with pressure the whole season. So
we still had to show up and prove that we were as good as our number says. We didn't just want to show up and win. We wanted to show up and dominate.
Getting to that level and understanding, hey, this is our goal. This is just another thing that we want to be able to accomplish. Overall, at the beginning, we're just like, hey guys, we know what our goal is here. Let's go out and accomplish it.
I think going into that, we felt like it was something we were supposed to do.
I thought Eastern York, they have a lot of talent. They had a great coaching staff. I thought that was a big trap game.
The first game was Eastern York, and they all know Carter Walmsley and the Sites. They play AAU together, Coach Sites. So they know each other really well. I think we were way overconfident. Our kids were. We weren't as coaching staff, but our kids were very overconfident, and it was a very weird day. Things were off. Some coaches weren't there on the bus. I was the only coach on the bus. It was off the schedule. I was very uncomfortable about that game, and Carter Walmsley played it out of his mind. He had the best game of his career, probably. We just couldn't put it away. We finally ended up putting it away, but we just didn't execute to our plan, and I think it had to do with what we struggled with all year as a coaching staff is we're getting away with talent. We're not preparing for these games.
I think that going in and getting that opening game against Eastern, where they really put a challenge on us again, was a good wake-up call for us in what we had to do to go forward, and then we ended up dominating Littlestown.
Littlestown, they're really good. I mean, they're big, can shoot, they have shooters, they have experience, they're seniors, so I didn't care what size school they were. I was really nervous because these kids could stick it. They were good. That being said, our senior leader, Greg Gittinger, wasn't here when the bus was ready to go. I couldn't get hold of him. I called his father. He said, "Where?" He goes, "Are you kidding me?" He said the bus was 30 minutes after. No, it's now. Well, we had Greg meet us there. We left without him. I had a meeting with the coaching staff, and I prayed about it. I talked to a few people. I said, right, Greg's done nothing wrong. He's never given me a headache. He's been outstanding as a kid. He gives kids rides. He's a wonderful person. My punishment normally would be you're done. You're sitting for the game, at least a half. I talked to Coach Sutton, talked to the coaches, and I said, you know what? I'm at peace. He's going to sit the first quarter. I don't care, win, lose, or all. I was ready to sit in the whole game. The coaches are like, come on. We came out and smacked him. It was an absolutely unbelievable. I would have started crying because our kids in the locker room, I'll tell you this, said, we're going to do this for Greg. They felt bad for Greg, who missed the bus and wasn't starting. Greg felt bad. The kids were like, we're going to do it. And they came out and smacked him. It's the best first quarter I think we've ever played. No offense to Greg, but that's what we could do next year. And then Greg came in. It was unselfish, phenomenal. And that was never a game, and that was all our kids. Then York Suburban.
I always liked the counties because, like they said, you get to see teams that you don't usually face. We thought that we might have seen, another team like Red Lion again, but, we got to see Suburban, and, this was a new team that we don't get to, we wouldn't get to play against otherwise, and so it was a new challenge.
We were surprised, first of all, they beat Red Lion, and we were surprised to beat them by like 18.
With Suburban being a very, very young team, I know a lot of people kind of discredit them once they heard they were going to play Central York in the county championship. I kind of look at Suburban as kind of our team from the 22-23 season with so much youth, yet so much talent on their team.
We knew that they had one scorer in particular that we really had to work on shutting down. And we said, hey, you know what? He's going to hit his shots. He's going to get his buckets. It's got to be everyone as a team defensively.
We thought that we were good enough to wear them down. We just had to play our game. We had to make sure that we took it inside, get the ball in the hands of our players who could score, and then play good defense coming back.
A lot of outsiders were trying to put us like neck and neck with Suburban. So we felt like we had them all the way across the board. So going into the game, just sticking to the game plan, playing our game. They had a lot of good players. Nasir Barnes, CJ, Kai and Kane, the brothers. But we knew if we just play our game, which we've been doing the whole season, we would come out with the win. And we took the first punch.
Welcome to Boys Championship Night in the York Adams League. Tonight we'll crown another champ. The Central York Panthers take on the York Suburban Trojans with League County Gold on the line. Tonight we've got Central, who everybody expected to be here. They're 21-2, top team in the district in 6A. And York Suburban 19-5, and they're in the final for the first time since 2008. So it's been a bit.
Enjoy it, guys. Enjoy it.
Championship night is underway. Rill spinning toward the hoop, and he got tied up by Rissmiller. It's a jump ball. Suburban takes over. Nasir Barnes brings it up. Stagger screen. He goes left. A three. It's good. And York Suburban comes out firing.
Wow.
Here's Geininger driving the middle into traffic. Turns somehow, found the rim, and sticks it in. He almost went up backwards. Down to Rissmiller posting. Drop step to the hoop. It's up and good.
Reverse the basketball.
they're triple teaming. Kick it out, dive, you get a layup.
Centers it up top, Jackson, no look down to Pinckney, back out to Tall, and a runner up and good. Out of Geininger, square up shot, got it from the right elbow.
I'll tell you what, that's too smooth.
Barnes now, runner, little fade, he got it. And timeout Suburban, 21-12. Here's Barnes spinning into a double team, he dumped it low, found Andrikos who lays it up and in. Geininger spin to the right baseline, it's up and good.
You almost.
Barnes to Kai Strin, right corner, gets it away, he hits the three. 23-17.
Back to 2 possessions.
Barnes whips one down to Rissmiller, got off balance, his kick out intercepted. Brown up ahead, Nace, a one-hand grab, flies in for the fast break layup. 20 seconds left in the half, here's Barnes. And he got jammed up to the left of the lane, trying to force one, he went up and came down with it. And Ben Drill at 6'8" was right in front of him, and Barnes got caught in between. Cross court, Brown 4-3, it's good! Going between the legs a couple of times, pull up, 4-3, it's good as he hits the floor! Lair, left elbow jumper, he sticks it! And Lair intercepts! Got Brown going in, he's fouled, 2 at the line. Yeah, they're starting to buzz, Andy. A bounce to lead, Nace, right in for the layup, and one! Boy, they can get out in the open floor, can't they? Central's opened up a big lead, 39-22. High post, Geininger, square up, drive, contact, scores! Goes over to celebrate with the student section, it's 41-28. And a crossover pull-up three, it's good! He drains it. Here's Lair inside, dealt it down low, turning to the hoop, Natal, and he lays it in. Natal down the lane, right hand, finger roll, it's good. Natal fighting his way toward the hoop, and he banks it in off glass.
He has such great body control in the air, you know that?
And some stars in our league this year heading off to thunderous ovations.
They deserve it, I'll tell you what.
Next, let's go, baby. Go, John, one more. Back to back, baby. Back to back. We kill us. Come on.
Dribbles it out, and the Central York Panthers have gone back to back. Central 63, York Suburban 45. The Panthers have done it again. They are league champs back to back years.
So our approach was to make sure Nasir, who was their best player, didn't get a ton of points. Well, he ended up getting some points, but nobody else really added to it. He made some unbelievable buckets in that game and took some shots that we probably would never allow our players to take. But our defense was good in that game. I don't think it was great, but we did the things that we had done all season long.
We just played really, really well. They played well, but we were just a better team. We had the depth, we had the size. We played a very, very good basketball game, and I was just proud of the kids. We did our job. We did what we had to do.
There were some close games, but those are the games that we learned from. We just played how we play, and that got the job done for us.
Overall, that game just was a lot of fun. You get a packed crowd, for the York County Championship, and it means a lot to cut the net afterwards, and we weren't going to take that game lightly.
It was a goal, and we accomplished the goal, and that was it, and we moved on. But there were still some things at that particular point that we weren't doing as well as I know the coaching staff wanted to do, and we had things to plan on. So when you expect yourself to perform at an excellent level, you're probably eventually going to do that. I don't look at that game as anything but practicing winning a championship. So in that sense, I think it's the one thing that it did. It gave us practice winning a championship.
I think everyone was like, hey, we really have an impressive team here. Our goals, while they're up here, we're only here, so we still have more to go.
I think there was a lot of lessons to be learned in that we can win because of our talent, but we can't win championships by talent alone. That's where the skill comes in, the chemistry, taking care of things in practice. And I think counties, you started to see a team that was happy to be there, but how are we going to mature and realize that it's easy to get wrapped up in championships or seeding, but no matter who we played at this point in the season, it was going to be a tough game.
Well, we wanted to get a district championship. We went into that thinking we could win with what we had right then.
With all the momentum we had from counties and then being named the favorite to win districts, that just gave us a huge boost in confidence.
I think the confidence may have been a little bit too high. Like I said, when people put you on a pedestal, they're like, hey, this is you can't lose, and there's a lot of pressure that goes along with that as well. So I think with that added pressure, we tried to bring us down to a level where like, hey, we got to get this next thing. We got to get the district. We didn't get it last year, and we were going to do our best.
Our kids were confident. Our matchup was Red Lion. That is not who I wanted. That was if you could have picked one team. So me, I was nervous. I was very concerned about our overconfidence, and our practice preparation wasn't what it needed to be that week. It should have been.
There was a lot going into it, not only physically, but also mentally trying to get prepared to try and win a district championship.
We practiced. We had good weeks of 2 weeks of practicing, but it just felt like when we got to the game, everything that we was working on and practicing on, it all went downhill.
This is going to be our third time seeing them. This was districts. We were ranked first, so we thought that we were going to blow by every team. We knew that they definitely were going to come out and punch us in the mouth, knowing that we were the first team.
Beating a team 3 times in a row is a very hard thing to accomplish.
I think we got caught up in a thing where we thought we were maybe good enough to just show up and play on that one. I don't think anybody tried to think that way. I don't think Coach Hoke prepared like he always did, players did, but we probably didn't pay attention to keeping them in front of us.
We weren't humble. Now we say there's 2 kinds of team. Those who are humble and those who are about to be. So I was very, very nervous. My biggest fear was they were going to bully us again. Comes down to 3 things, all right? We're the aggressor. Focus on me. Focus on me, RJ. We're the aggressor. We come out and play our game. It's not the will to win. It's the will to prepare to win. I thought this is the best week of practice I've ever been around in Central since I've been here. This is about you guys and taking ownership of your team and saying, it's my night tonight. God, I'm gonna cry, bro. Give me a hug. Let's go. It's my night. It's our time tonight. Got it? You got it? It's our night tonight. All that's said and done. I'm not talking X's and O's right now. I'm talking about you guys playing defense, rebounding the basketball, sharing it and reversing it on the offensive end, and taking care of business. Understood? Our time tonight.
Central Auburn family on 6, 1, 2, 3, Central Rising family.
Let's go, Saxon. Get ready. Get loose.
Good evening, everyone, from Central York High School. Welcome to District Playoff Quarterfinal Basketball here tonight. Rivals in the York Adams League Division I meet with an opportunity to go to the District Final Four and clinch a state playoff berth here on the line. It's the Red Lion Lions visiting the Central York Panthers the night before the league postseason began. We were right here in this spot. Central won it at the buzzer by 2 points. They're still the favorite. They're the favorite in the district bracket in 6A, but arguably nobody has played them tougher the last few years.
Their defense has gotten really, really much better than it was in the beginning of the year. They're playing team ball, and that should be scary.
They're the top seed. They've won 15 straight. They are back-to-back league champs. They last played Last Friday when they beat Suburban for the league title, they are 22-2. They are the Central York Panthers. It's up, Rill wins it to Natal, and off we go. Rill thinking about it, 3, right corner, it's good! And Central opens up with a 3-0 lead. Screen from Good, Panthers switch, fired it down low, and Sidora lays it in. Down to Gettinger posting, doubled, he fakes, steps in, and lays it home. Williams has a lane, inside he'll kick it, Sidora, right corner, 3, bouncing off, rebound, Dennis, back up and scores! Looks to counter, ahead it's Ogrechak, unloads, 3-ball, it's good! On the right wing and a timeout Central, 10-5 Red Lion. And underhands it off to Jackson for 3, and he got it, 10-8. Sidora baseline drive, and a great feed to Good, cutting down the lane for the layup.
That's just good basketball.
Bounces it in, Williams up, fake, and scores! Gettinger will bring it across. Down the lane he goes, and a scoop is rejected away. Dakari Dennis sends it into the student section. Line still on top. Sidora fires it down low. Ogrechak, what a find, and a reverse layup up and good. Brown, right side drive, gets to the hoop and lays it in. Nace is on it, brings it up for Central. Runner in the lane, it's good. It's a 1-point game.
You can't allow him to get, look at this.
Down the floor, and Williams jams it in. Doubled there, he's got Dennis high post, out to Sidora, open 3, rattles it in from the right wing. Red Lion is up 6 with 3 minutes to go in the first half. Gettinger spinning fadeaway, he got it, mid-range right. Sidora cutting left baseline, he's called for the offensive. He knocked over Sukanik trying to make his move, and now a tee called on Sukanik, who was celebrating the whistle that went against Red Lion.
Uncalled for, it's a big game. You don't want to give away freebies.
It is Red Lion 27, Central 23. I think Red Lion executed what they wanted to do.
Absolutely.
This is where composure comes into play. What happens is we get all jacked up, we get tight, we get nervous, we get mad, we get frustrated, and that's a sign of disaster. They're beating us up. They're beating you up. The district championship is on the line, and it comes down to you guys playing your game. I'm not letting you off the hook now. You work too hard. You deserve this. Play team basketball. Let's go. Play for each other. You had a great week. A great week. Finish off like you started this week. Come on.
Central on 3, family on 6. 1, 2, 3,
Central.
4, 5, 6, family.
We good, we good. We're on phase, let's go. We've seen it before, let's go, on phase. We're on phase, baby. We're on phase. There's their best punch. Let's go, baby. On phase. Let's go.
Red Line right now playing really well, and the worst thing that you can do to an underdog is allow them to hang around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Start the second half with it. Here's Gettinger down low right to the foul line. Rill, spot up jumper, it's good. Central strikes first. Dealt it off to Ogrechak, into the lane, pull up, got it, and Red Line up 4 again.
I'll tell you what, freshmen can ball, man. I'm telling you what.
Rebound knocked into the hands of Williams, and then pried loose. Lair the steal to Gettinger. He's called for the offensive foul, lunging in.
He lowered the shoulder.
Ogrechak down to Sidora, cutting to the hoop and a layup in. Rill at the foul line, jab step. Banging into Sidora, leans up and got it to go. Inbound Gettinger, quick release, jumper, got it, left side, little 10-footer. Here comes Williams down the floor and throws it down. Chris Williams, another fast break slam.
But then you got to get back, and he did.
R.B. Brown pull up left elbow, Jay, it's good.
I'll tell you what, the stars are shining tonight.
Chased out to the corner, but finds Dennis out front. They'll swing it around. Sidora, left corner, it's good! He hits a 3! Sidora up and it hung in the front, wouldn't go. Down and back to him. Right elbow jumper is right in.
Central getting beat on the offensive glass.
It's all to the hoop. It's up and good. Here's Ruiz, shot fake, drives it and rejected. Oh, a foul called. Brown on the help side came over for what he thought was a big block shot. And it's in. 42-37. Here's Natal, right pass, good to the hoop for the layup.
You can't stop that.
Now Gettinger intercepts the inbound, underhand, Natal, layup, rolls in, and one! And he'll have a free throw to try to tie it. Just like that. And the free throw up, it's good, we're tied up. Doubled left side. Ogrechek out of the corner. Good. Wide open. Three out front. It's good. Fires it into Rill. ISO'd in the post. Up against Williams. It's good and one. He said count it. Central on top at long last. Here's the end one. And it's off the front and it hops up over and in. Ogrechek moving in, floats it right baseline, it's good.
Where'd they find this kid? Huh?
Will come out top, a post down to Natal, defender goes down, he's called for the offensive. Williams driving kick, Ogrechek a fake, pull up mid-range, left, it's good.
Freshman has got ice in his veins.
Ace is set up, right side steps into a three, it's good. Brooklyn Ace, they gave him space. And now Williams to Sidora, three ball, got it on the right wing. Red line up again, they call time. It's 55-54. Good along for Ogrechek, speeds in right baseline, reverse layup is good. Sidora crossover, dumps it down low. Williams, the layup, it's good.
Nice job.
Here's Natal down the lane, layup, good. And Central goes on top.
You can't stop him.
Tosses left side, Ogrechek, a corner three, it's good. Isaiah Ogrechek. Red Lion leads, 35 seconds to go. 28.5 left if they're to keep this number one seed dream alive.
I'm not looking for a jump shot.
Into Rill. And spent his dribble, tosses it out to Natal. He dribbles on good. Runner in the lane, bounces off, but a foul is called with 21.8 to go. Here is the first. It's good. 65-64. Second is good. That deficit is gone. Here's Sidora with it, and getting her up on him, he fouled him out front. So Joe Sidora in a tie game. Facing the Central student section down here. 14.9, the first is off the back of the rim and no good. Second is good, and Red Lion has the lead. And a timeout Central. 11.5 to go.
Look, you go get, all right? Dribble handoff to Uno or James. You're setting a back screen for RB. He's going to the basket. Uno, you get it, you're going downhill. Right away. All you have to do is foul after the pass.
Be Natal at the sideline to inbound, and it's in to Nace. Nace has it. Right side dribble, handoff to Natal. He's covered, ball loose in the lane. Nace with it, throws it up, Sidora closes it, and this game is over.
Oh no!
Red Lion has done it.
Oh no!
They have stunned the Panthers, the top seed.
Wow!
66-65 is the final.
execution at both ends of the floor wasn't where we need to be. We had our shot. We had our shot, guys. We had plenty of shots at this. It didn't come through. That's unfortunately the biggest life lessons are when you get knocked down. And it's cliche and it doesn't make you feel any better and it sucks because I don't like to learn from losing. I don't like to learn from getting knocked down. But there's only one thing you can do, right? We can be upset about it, which you're gonna be no matter what. And we can pout and fold it in and make excuses, or we can be pissed off. We can learn from it. We can figure out what we can do better the next game and do that. That's our only option, really, to me. There isn't, the first option isn't really an option. I don't think, and none of you are built like that, I know that. There's been plenty of teams, and there's a coach in this room that hasn't won a district championship, but's won a state championship. I would do anything to change this outcome. This was my biggest fear, biggest concern, biggest worry, that the outcome on the scoreboard wouldn't be in our favor. I would do anything to change it for you guys. Greg?
I feel like Coach said, a lot of things are cliche, but no matter how badly we want this game back, we'll never get it back. So it's all about how you respond. This could make or break us. Red Lion played a hell of a game after losing 2 big games that they should have won. So how are we gonna respond? Are we gonna come back and play the best game we've ever played like they just did tonight, which really sucks, but we'll never get this game back? Because I think if we rally together, we did it in practice. We played fantastic in practice. So the potential is there. The opportunity is there. How are we going to take it? And that's all that I can ask for you guys. I don't want you to be upset about this because guess what? Shit happens. But you know what we can do is we can get better and we can win a state fucking championship. Sure. That's the blessing in this. Let's look at a glass half full because we are that good. We didn't play like it tonight, but we are that good. But we just got to respond. I can't express how proud I am of you guys. It's the same thing with Coach, because we've worked so hard and we really did deserve that. But what we do deserve still is a state championship, if we continue to put in the work.
Miserable. Miserable. Could have called this game. If I was betting, I would have bet on Red Lion. I've done this long enough. After the game, I was distraught. I was frustrated. I was mad. I was embarrassed. I was angry. Disappointed in myself too. I mean, it's my team. I'm the leader. So my biggest fear came true, and I blame myself that I didn't have them prepared.
Sometimes you get a little beyond yourself, and you think that you can do things that by yourself, or we don't have to play the way that the coaches are thinking. And not to say that they thought that, but in the actions sometimes. Some athletes and even us as coaches were like, oh yeah, we got this.
We went into that game lackluster. We went into that game complacent. Thinking that we were just better than everybody and that we didn't have to prove it, that we could just walk into the gym and just win against any opponent. People who didn't want to be there, we couldn't run a offensive set correctly. Our defensive matchups were incorrect for most of the game. We didn't communicate. I mean, anything and everything went wrong in that game, and it shows because we lost that game. We let each other down in that game.
My friends and family and other coaching friends in the area that I've known for years were thinking that I was just saying things. And I said, we're not there. We're not that good. We were 21-2, number 1 in the district. And I said, guys, this is not great. And I was very frustrated this season, all throughout the season, because we were winning and getting away with it.
I think that, we obviously got exposed for some things we weren't doing. We all went back into the practices the next days, and to the kids' credit, they really sharpened things up in a hurry. And I was, as a coach, sitting back there and seeing what Coach was asking of them and the changes that we made really made a big difference. And that's all credit to the kids and to Coach Oak.
It was a blessing, though, that we still had games to play. We still had something to fight for. And, a lot of teams can fall apart at that point of the season. You fall short of one of your goals, and at that point of the season, you can just call it quits. You can hang up your jersey. We can just play these consolation games, lose, maybe be a first-round exit. But I think that loss kind of put into perspective how badly we really wanted it.
Hoke and I believe, were up all night, texting each other, looking at film, trying to figure out, what we can do to, and maybe it comes with overthinking too, and you never want to do that, but man, that night, we were up for a while talking. So I think understanding that as coaches, we have to readjust, and, let the boys know that, the house may have felt like it was on fire and burning down, but it's not over yet.
I didn't think the kids believed that they weren't working to their potential. I never thought we worked as hard as we should have, or we weren't as disciplined as we needed to be to win this year until that loss. And then, Coach Sutton and I had an outstanding conversation, and many coaching friends of mine on that Sunday afterwards. I got the kids together and said, here's the deal. Here's 20 things I've done wrong last game and this season. And here's what we're going to do right. If you trust me and you do what I tell you to do, ask you to do, and we all do, I'm going to make the changes. You guys make the changes. Nobody's going to stop us.
It ended up being, as people have said so many times about that game, a wake-up call to us. I thought Coach Hoke did a great job after that of addressing all that. And I thought that the Red Lion game ended up being a game we didn't want to win. We got shocked losing, and then we changed a lot of our approach to how we were going to go the rest of the season.
That was a huge learning lesson, and a huge just life lesson in general. That ultimately, I think, brought us together and was the catalyst for our state championship run.
In the back of our heads, we knew that we were still one of the top contenders, one of the best teams in the state. We just kept to that.
I know the majority of us were like, man, we got to play these consolation games. No one's going to be here,
To qualify for states, we had to win Tuesday. If we lost, we had to win one of those two games, but we had to win. Tuesday was a must-win game, and we just took it to Central Dauphin. We got up big early, and we said, yep, that was awesome. We play like that, nobody's going to beat us.
I think we kind of got ourselves back. We got back in the groove. We understood that those games were very important and still against really tough opponents. So I think after those games and seeing, hey, we're still the team that we thought we were, really helped catapult us into the state tourney.
The maturity that we developed in a week, through the course of those Constellation District games was insurmountable.
Fifth place was the very best you're going to get. Well, we got fifth place. It was the second straight year we had done it. And then you go into the states and you say, now the message is one game, you're done. But we had our sights set on being the best we could be every game, and we knew that we were getting better. We knew that defense we were getting better, and Garnet Valley became the first step up.
What really separated us from every other team was we all were on the same page.
Garnet Valley's good. I watched them play Lower Marion and give them a game. So I was scouting them, so I found out that that's who we would play in states. They're good. They're experienced. They're old. They're seniors. They're good. We went on the road there. You play at the other person's home. It was unbelievable atmosphere. It was loud. It was hot. It was a Saturday. It was raining outside. We get there. I'm sitting on the bench. I get a phone call. Ben Natal is in the locker room, calls me. Coach, I got a problem. He's 20 feet away. I don't know why he called. I forgot. I brought my wrong jersey. You're kidding me. No, I brought the wrong jersey. So we always have an extra uniform. I said, I'm so mad. I told the coaches, and I said to Coach Sutton, this is it. I'm done. This lack of discipline is what put us in this position, in this 7th seed, 5th seed, whatever we are, and I'm done. This kid's not playing. He goes, do you want my opinion? I said, absolutely. I want your opinion. He goes, let it go. I said, what? He goes, for another day. Has that kid given you problems? I said, nope. Let it go for another day. The kids need him. Do you want to sacrifice the team to prove a point? And Ben was unbelievable that night. But he played absolutely amazing. I thought our defense was outstanding on a very, very good Garnet Valley team. They're well coached. They could shoot, they could score, they had size. That was a tough win. Once we got that, we're taking the bus ride home. We're checking out the score. They play later, but it ends up Emmaus loses to Red Lions. So here we go again.
Those pesky Lions keep coming back around.
When I saw Red Lion was on the other side of the bracket, I was miserable. I'm like, come on, I would do anything for, anything in the world to have Emmaus beat them.
We basically knew their social security numbers by that point. Like, we knew everything about them. They knew everything about us. But so it was a match of, who was willing to dive on the floor, who was willing to get dirty, who was looking to offensively and defensively just be at their best. I think they were all driven. Practice was really locked in because they knew how it felt, and we talked about how it felt on that district game night.
There was a lot. Now you start to hear the chatter of we aren't who we say we are. We lost to Red Lion, and I heard what people were saying about me. I heard what people were saying about my teammates. that was probably the most personal game that I've had in my entire 4 years.
Everybody wanted to play Redline again, especially.
We had something to prove. Going to Dallastown in front of a packed house and everybody, looking forward to that game, and it become like a really big rivalry during the course of the season. They had played us like nobody else.
Our kids were not afraid of Redline. I think they felt like we were a different team, which they were right. We were a much different team.
Central 3 family on 6. 1, 2, 3, 7. 4, 5, 6. Get back up.
Good evening, everyone, from Dallastown Area High School. Welcome to state playoff basketball here tonight, and I don't think it's a stretch to call this one of the biggest games in York County history. It's the Red Lion Lions, the Central York Panthers. Rivals meet for the 4th time this year, and they do it this time in the second round of the state playoffs. Well, just about ready here from Dallastown tonight. This was chosen as the site on Sunday after both teams won on Saturday, and Redline and Central meeting for a chance to go to Saturday's State Elite 8. All the anticipation is over, and here we go. Ball is up. Rill wins it back to R.B. Brown, and Central will start with it. They go to our right. Jackson across out front, a 3, good! Ben Natal with the game's first shot, and the Panthers lead 3-0. Now the Lions to our left. Natal pops one away from Williams, runs it down, fast break, he got fouled.
Natal slowly starting to play.
And it is 5-0 Central. 5-0 Ben Natal. And he fires it down low. Sedora seals off Gettinger and lays it in. Redline on the board. Rill's going to drive it down against Sedora, using the left hand off the backboard and in. It's 7-4. Zograchek out of the right corner, going up top, handoff. Dennis for 3. It's good! Takari Dennis. Zograchek carries a 3. Catch and shoot from up top, and the Lions hitting from deep here early. It's 10-7 Redline. Natal cutting down the lane. Tough layup, got it to go. And Central back on top, 13-12. Back to Nays coming up top. Open 3, bouncing off. Rebound batted to Ogrechek. He'll turn and push. Up the middle, down low. Sonora lays it in. And Redline leads 16-14. Oh, Ryan Jackson steps into a 3 and drains it. Had some room up top and did not hesitate. Drives the middle, got to the hoop. Right-hand layup. He's got 11 already. And a lead pass ahead. Williams leaping grab against 2 Panthers. And Natal stuffed him from behind. Here comes Natal with it in transition. Euro step, got to the hoop. Lays it in and one. 21-16 Central. Now Natal with a real posting. Sedora on the right block. Backs down. Doubled step through it. And it's up and in. So now Central likely will set up the last one down to 15 seconds. Goes to Rill, down low, Natal open, and he jams it! And that is how the first half ends! Central 30, Redline 19! And the Lions lost sight of Ben Natal, who was clamoring for the ball under the basket. Rill saw him, and Natal dumps it in for the exclamation point.
Hey, man, keep killing the motherfuckers, bro. Yo, Ethan, promise you can't fuck with us.
Give and goes are available, okay? But screening for each other and moving. 1-2 count, 1-2 count. You gotta do it. You can't stand right now. We gotta get more than just one guy playing, making a move. If we do that, it'll loosen up the defense here, and they'll be wide open in the middle.
The only thing that matters is you guys. It's the only thing that matters, right? The first 3 minutes, first 2 minutes of the second half is everything. It's heart, it's smart, it's desire, and it's together. Get out of anybody's bag that's in a bag right now. RJ, you already look cranky.
Get out your bag and get in your bag.
Get in your bag. Listen.
Movement without the basketball. Got it? We've been doing a good job last 2 weeks. Moving out the back. Back cuts. Look for those and impose your will right now inside. We got them inside. They know it. We got them inside. Let's get them.
Here's the deal. Keep your mouth shut. Play as hard as you can. Let's take a couple charges this half. What do you say?
Set the tone. Set the tone. Let's go, y'all. Central on 3 family. All 6. 1, 2, 3. Central. 4, 5, 6 family.
Down low, cutting Williams, hangs, got blocked. Rill at the rim, met him. Crossover down the lane, layup, good! And Ben Natal's dominance tonight continues. Now down low, here's Rill against Sidora, up fake, reverse layup, he got it. Right back into Rill, posting on Sidora. And up in close, miss once, he follows it in. Second effort, good. Kick to Williams, swing to Dennis for 3, it's good! Right corner, Dakari Dennis, his second 3 of the night. Cross court, Ogrechek, left wing 3, it's good! Isaiah Ogrechek with the triple, and Red Lion back within 6. Timeout Central. On to Sidora, help came and Jackson knocked it loose. Natal pounced on it, leads ahead. Ben Rill a fast break slam, but there was a whistle. A travel was called, and they wave it off. And over to Good, right side of the arc to Sidora up top, drives in, layup, got it, and it's a 5-point game. Down low, Rill up and in off the glass, and they count it. And a foul on the play, end-to-end action. And at the moment, Ben Rill's got the last laugh. 46-38 Central. Ben Rill stems the tide. Sets up right wing, burrows his way in deep, stops in close, shoots it in. Ben Natal, basket and 1. It's 48-38, Central up double figures. Natal's free throw is up and in. A bounce to Gettinger, flashing up top, at a ball screen, they switch. Gettinger checks the clock, fakes, pivot, shoots, no line, got it! What a fake, what a shot. He played to the crowd, and the Central Panthers can feel it. As we go to the fourth, they lead at 52-38. Fourth quarter coming up next. Here's Gettinger down to Natal, flashing wide open, he lays it in. It's been his night. On to 4-10, through a second defender at him, he'll drive against it, hangs, floater up, miss. Gettinger, one-arm rebound, he scores! And 1! His left arm was being held, he didn't even need it. Brown down low to Rill, who jams it! Throws it in left-handed. This time it counts. And Central is going to begin to celebrate on this inbound as Nazir Rupert inbounds to JoJo Woodard, who throws it ahead, and the horn sounds. It's the Central York Panthers, who are headed to the State Elite 8. And they win the fourth and final meeting against Red Lion this season. This one with the most at stake.
Tell them we back. Get back in. No music.
There's nothing you can't do if you play defensive rebound. Nobody can get in front of us. That was the biggest heart, smart, talking, unselfish, boxing out, holding the ball, going after loose balls. You tell me what we did wrong. We are going to the next level. Yeah! Let's go! 3 o'clock tomorrow. We locked in. We are not stopping now. Let's go! We had a few lapses here and there, but we were in control of that game from the get-go, and our kids knew it, and there was no letdown. It was a great, great atmosphere, great basketball game, and that's when I felt comfortable. I felt we were 15 points better. I think we won by 10 or 15 points. And I'm like, yep, these guys are getting the defense wins championships. We can score, and we need to score, but when offense isn't there, what do you have to go back on?
Defensively, it was a chance for us to show how we had changed, and we showed how we had changed. We were still very good offensively. We still were doing a lot of good things, but defensively, we locked down on them.
When their backs are against the wall, man, they can't be stopped. It just shows the type of people that they are, that they're willing to go the extra mile to achieve greatness, you know, and that's what they did with that game. That's really when we started to come together, and with that game, you know, we were pumped. We were pumped. It was a really good win against a really good team.
Like, that is why we coach, to watch these kids grow as young men. It was an unbelievable experience. I watched them impose their will on a team that just broke their hearts.
It was proof that what we were doing was right now, that we now had the kind of defense to go with our offense, and the character of our team had developed, that we could now win a state championship.
Yeah, funny thing is, on the bus trip there, boys were being a little goofy, and we were worried. But then we kind of figured out, like, this is how they act, and this is how they get themselves to be ready and be prepared. They're a bunch of goofballs, and they want to be, but they know when to lock in.
We were looking at this team, Upper St. Clair, and we saw some films they had with State College, and they were big. They had, I guess, you know, a 6'10", 6'11" guy there playing, and who was pretty good. But it was also nice to play a team we hadn't seen, a team we didn't know.
You know, you're traveling a long way. So are they, you know, neutral site, a place you never played against, a team that you never played against, and so there's a bunch of things that go into the preparation of that game.
Our mindset coming into that game, we knew that both teams were traveling very long distances to get to that game, and you know, I think a lot mentally was going on through everyone's head, but at the same time, we all knew what everyone wanted. We wanted to continue to dominate, continue to achieve our goal to get to that state title game.
They have a really good big man. So do we, obviously, with Ben Rill. So two outstanding matchups there. We matched up really well with them. I think our guards were better than them. You know, Greg was better than and Ben Natal and anybody in the court. I thought our Ben could neutralize and beat their big, and we did a really good job of that. I thought our kids had the right attitude.
Another team that's just shooters everywhere. They had that big kid, you know, 6'10", 6'11", so Ben Rill specifically knew that he had to step up that game on defense.
Upper St. Clair, a very well-balanced team, have some real tough guards, good wings, and good big men. As we went on our state run, we start to understand, like, we had to take the first punch.
As we kept winning and winning and going further in the bracket, we just wanted even more. So, I mean, at this point, I think it didn't really matter who we played, but we were going to come out and punch you in the mouth.
We have to play at a certain level, and our defense is going to carry us. And as good as our defense is, that's how good we'll be in the state championships.
I think our mindset going into that game was less about them and more about us, and that as long as we could control our side, control our effort, and how badly we wanted, and the little details, and you know, the things that, you know, win games, we were going to put ourselves in a really, really good position.
But all had great moments. And what those moments equal right now is the experience and the intensity that we've gained throughout the course of the season. What we've learned, all the things that we put together, all the ideas, all the bitching and moaning at each other. We got all those moments. They don't mean anything except for the experience we built up. And they got all these moments to come that we don't know very much about. So what we're left with is what? This moment. Right now. Right here. You take every bit of focus and every bit of energy and every bit of intensity you have right now and every bit of game you've got today, and you say, I'm going to play and do the very best of what I have in this moment. So you've earned your way to this moment right here, right now. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? That's the only question you have to answer, and you'll answer that not with words, but you'll answer it with how you play.
If you didn't think you played your best game on Wednesday, you didn't. Because there's only one way to go is up. All right? We're not going down. We're going up. So we're going to play our best game ever. All right? I want everything you have.
Let's go.
Everything you have.
Let's go.
Do it for each other. Energy, effort.
Central on 3, family on 6. 1, 2, 3,
Central.
4, 5, 6. Let's go, boys.
Good afternoon, everyone, from Altoona Area High School. Welcome to high school state playoff basketball. Today it's a boys 6A quarterfinal as the Central York Panthers try to advance further than they've ever been. They will take on the Upper St. Clair Panthers here today. That's right, Panther on Panther matchup. Central has been the dominant team on the boys' side throughout this 2023-24 season. They're the last boys' team standing now. Central is in the quarters for the first time since 1984, and this very unique assemblation of talent trying to advance to the semifinals for the first time in program history. They're 26-3. As you know, it's going to be Rill against Robbins at center. We are set to go. It's up, and Robbins wins it back to Dalla. And Upper St. Clair will start with it. Here's Robbins down low on the left block, and he lays it in. Opens the scoring. Out front, dribbles foul line, leaner up and short. One-hand rebound, he puts it back up and in. Gettinger feeds the corner, 3, Brown, no good. And he follows it, got his own miss, down the lane, high floater, up and in. And Central leads 4-2. Mars Gettinger with it, went away from Rill's screen, lost the handle, stolen by Ito. Ito lays it in. Here is Brown off a ball screen, hits, and a foul called. Hit a deep 2 just inside the arc. Brown at the line, free throw up and in. Gonna cut to the basket, and Natal lays it in. Gettinger put it right on his fingertips. Down to Rill, posting right block. Splits the help defense and shoots it in. 12-6, Central leads. To now, Gettinger draws a charge at the other end as Christian Ito plows into him and knocks him over. Left side, it's an open 3, and Ben Natal rattles it in. What a start for Central York. And Nace intercepts a pass on the right wing. 2-on-1 with Gettinger. Scoops it up and in, and it counts! Blocking foul on the play. 17-6, Central on top. I don't think you could have dreamt for a better first 7 minutes than this. Here's the free throw. It's good. It is 18-6. B. Brown down toward the left corner. Got to get it in. He's got Rill. Back to Brown. Cutting baseline. Reverse layup. Good. Down to Rill. Stepping out from the post. He'll drive baseline. Reverse. He got it. And Ben Rill using the basket to protect the shot. And Gettinger gets a 5-second count defensively. Here is Natal striding in. Oh man, he weaves through traffic and scoops it in. Up 13. 1.4 left. Nasel inbound in front of us. He throws it ahead. Gettinger fires for 3 and got it! Buzzer beating 3 on the left wing, and it caps a spectacular first half. 34-18. Central in front as they head to the locker room.
Not over. You didn't win it yet. There's 2 more quarters to be earned, fellas. 2 more quarters.
Listen. That was not our perfect half of basketball. I'm telling you, until the season ends, I'm not going to let you off the hook. We got to keep it hot. They can't match up with us. So we have to take advantage of the mismatches. In order to do that, we need composure.
Keep it hot, 1-2 cuts. Guys, back doors are living out there. I mean, they're out there just waiting for the taking, okay? Be strong with the basketball on the inside. They're going to be hitting us. So get ready. Second half, they're coming for you. We're going to come back for them.
Hey, just defensively, continue to stay up in the passing lanes, guys. We're going to get steals and go the opposite way. Too many times we're playing too far off. Okay, get up on them.
Here's what you need to do. You don't think about the score. You think about the next play, offense or defense, and then next play. Discipline. All right? Closeout. We work on closeout box outs every day now. We're getting better at it. Let's be great at it.
Finish it.
Guys, we need energy.
Central on 3, family on 6. 1, 2, 3, Central. 4, 5, 6, family.
Quality possessions, guys. Quality possessions. Let's go.
After that first half and, getting our bodies, moving and running up the score, I think from that point on, our confidence in our game just started to overflow, and at that point, nobody could hang with us.
And dumps it off to Rill by the baseline. Gabstab moves underneath. And looking for daylight, he scores at one! Ben Rill found that daylight, and again, used the basket to protect the shot. Free throw, he's got 12. It bounces in. Nace up in front of us, speeds to the right, turns in, and he banks it in! Cutting to the hoop, Brooklyn Nace. Brown throws it ahead, Natal good enough to catch, speeds to the hoop and lays it in! Drew a double team, he's got Natal, right baseline, drive, finger roll, good! Ben Natal like a blur to the hoop, and now pass slaps and Natal's got it back. Pushing pace, Brown is in, he scores! Getting her out front, knifing to the hoop, Natal caught it deep, kicks it out, Brown a three, it's good! R.B. Brown, left corner three! Brown looks, got it into Sukanik, posting fakes, floats it up, and Saxton Sukanik with his first two of the game, dribble to half court, fires it ahead, Natal cruising in, he scores! And one! Bounce right corner, Minor, a three on the way, it's short, and the rebound to Ben Natal, breaks free, off to Sukanik, who dumps it in! Saxton Sukanik, two-hand slam, that is gonna do it! Robbins a three, miss, rebound, Ben Rill! And the Central York Panthers, for the first time in program history, are going to the state Final Four!
Down the floor. Final Four, baby. Let's go, man. Bro, CY on to the next. Yes, sir. Let's go. Final Four, baby. Let's go. Final Four, baby. Let's go, boys. Dog. Put your fours up. Put your fours up, baby. Fours up. Guys, come on. Get it. I'm gonna be Waterworks, man. Don't throw it at me. I got enough tears coming out. So proud. I love you guys. Come on. Let's go. Central on 3, family on 6. 1, 2, 3. Central! Family!
Love you. Great job, buddy. Proud of you.
Yeah, hold the fours.
Come on. Wait, that's a body.
When I found out we're playing Reading, I thought, whew. I don't say I was overconfident, but I was like, I really felt like if we did our thing, we were going to beat Reading.
I think we thought we were better than Reading. I think going in, we thought, as I said, if we could match their intensity, which we did, we didn't think they were as organized in the half court as maybe we were. They didn't think that they could do some of the things in half court that we could do, and especially against our newfound defense that we were playing at that point. We felt like man for man, we could play with them, and then some.
I felt really calm. I felt like, you know what? we can do this, but I also knew the other side. We can't come in there with too much confidence because we beat them before and all the hype, oh, they beat them by 15. And we knew, but our kids didn't practice like that. They practiced like, there's no way we're going to let Reading get us. There's no way.
We seen Reading very first game of the season. We know it was going to be a whole nother team that we played. We don't expect them to be the same. It's months later. So we knew they were going to be 10 times better than what they were. But we also know we're 10 times better than what we were from the beginning of the season also. So
we knew, there's a reason why they were in that Final Four game. And
I wasn't surprised at all to see Reading in that Final Four game. It's just a testament to how well they're coached and the type of guys that they have on their team. I've always respected the way that they celebrate each other, their grittiness, their determination to do whatever it takes to win, and that, even when their backs are against the wall, even if they're the underdogs, that they're going to go out there and prove why, they can hang and play with.
Boys knew what was at stake. We want to go to the Giant Center, bottom line.
All the spats, all the love, all the arguments, all the drills, all the stuff, it all comes right here. Your family right now, you're playing together as a family to accomplish something here in 32 minutes. When you walk back in there after the game, you want to know that you laid it down, but you've never laid it down before. I put that hustle at a level here that it's just someplace they can't come to. All right? That's it. That's it. Coach has got some things to say to you, but guys, hey, discipline, stay within yourself, have fun, and go out and savor the moment, all right, Coach?
Yes, sir. It's a great atmosphere. Enjoy it. Right? And the way you enjoy it is to play like absolute maniacs. What is it? Fierce? Fast, ferocious, right? So remember that from day one. It's way beyond anything else. It's way beyond anything else right now. This is just about how hard and how disciplined you play tonight. All right? Show me tonight that this is the team that I believe in. Because I do. I believe in you guys. And yes, I would put every cent on you guys. Because you know what? When you decided that hard work pays off and you saw it, you did. And there was never any question about effort the last couple of weeks. Not going to be tonight. All right? Let's get after it. Let's go.
Central on 3, family on 6. 1, 2, 3, Central. 4, 5, 6, family.
Good evening, everyone, from Warwick High School here in Lidditz. Welcome to state semifinal hoops. Tonight, the Central York Panthers play in their first ever state semifinal. They take on the Reading Red Knights, who have won 3 of the last 6 state titles in Boys 6A. Hi again, everybody. Daryl Henry alongside Dean Gamber. Welcome to state semifinal hoops here on this Tuesday night in March. It's March Madness for the high schoolers, and it's coming down to the end. This is about as good as it gets for local hoops. You're 1 game away from playing for a state final. Central is 27-3. Reading 22-10, and kind of had a pedestrian start to the year by their standards, but then again, coming off last year's state championship team, they had 3 all-state players graduate. They've hit their stride since, and this is quite the showdown in 6A here tonight.
Welcome to Lidditz, Pennsylvania.
Well, doesn't get much better than this, and both student sections represented. Central across the way to our left. We are courtside next to their bench again. They're the visiting team tonight. They'll come out in the road orange, Reading in home white. These teams know each other really well. They opened the season head-to-head this year, and Central won big. Here we go. Going out directions. And the ball is finally up, and Reading wins it. Chapman, drop step, left post. Rill came over to help, and he fed Osamanu in the middle, who rises up and drops it in. Pivots to the foul line, jump pass down to Jackson. Out to the right wing, a 3 for Brown. It's good. R.B. Brown picks up where he left off. It's 4-3, and a play up the far sideline is out of bounds. Toss Rosario to Chapman, moving in left baseline. Defense ready. Back up the wing, a 3. Kamara, it's good. Jeremiah Kamara, his 23rd of the three, left corner. It hops up and off. Rebound down to Rosario. Lead pass down the floor. Cruz the catch, and he splits two Panthers and lays it in. It's 11-6 and a timeout Central. Chapman backing in right post, fakes the quick now, takes it to the basket, and flips it up there. Real step down, taking another cap step, moves into a little freeze, changes direction and scores. Fires it up top, Brill a foul line jumper and hits. 15-12, and Brill's got 6. Swings it back to Gettinger, a three, it's good. Greg Gettinger hits his second, and this game's tied at 15. And Sukanik denying an empty pass inside, knocked it to Gettinger. Central off the steal. Mays finds Gettinger down low and lays it in. 17-15. Here's Gettinger curling left wing. That by Osamanu, step back three. He hits it. Greg Gettinger feeling it early. He's got 11, and Central up 20-17. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Chapman reverse direction, right baseline drive. It's good off glass and one. And Central on offense to our right. One pass to Natal, a three. It's good. He knocks it down from the left corner. Brown spotted him open. Is Natal right side, baseline burst, and he lays it in. See you later. It is 25-19 Central. They've got numbers. Ahead it's Natal. Crosses to the middle. Dumps it off. Sukanik. Layup bounce down. The tip up. Too hard. Redding had it and lost it. Mays down low. And now Natal lays it in. Central leads by 6. Getting her a high-low lob. Brill the catch in deep. And he lays it in. 29-21. Back out front. Sukanik in deep. Ben Brill another layup. Behind the front defense, Sukanik found it this time, and this Panther team is fired up. And Central has it cooking a little bit right now. Inside Gettinger, turns, fires it out. Natal right corner three, it's good. That's a zone beater. Works his way into the lane, off balance drive, up and missed, and the rebound there to Gettinger. Didn't see Chapman, stole it from behind. Here's Cruz spinning and he scores. Natal goes by, floats a right corner, Gettinger a three, got fouled! With 0.8 seconds left, a closeout foul sends Greg Gettinger to the line for 3 shots.
Got one time, now you're going to the half-down 6.
Three-quarter court heave from Chapman, comes up shy. Gettinger makes all 3, and Central leads it 37-31 as the teams head to the locker room.
We're getting lost letting their defense attack our offense. The second we start attacking their defense again, they can't hang with us.
We
can't hang with us.
We have got to keep them out of the paint, guys. Don't tell me they're tougher than you. I'm not buying that crap.
See, ball in man, but you can help it, then just jump back out. It's a ball reverses, okay? Come on, guys.
Hey, stop telegraphing something.
We've seen their best effort in that last 4 minutes. We've seen their best effort. Let's turn up the heat.
First minute. Let's go!
Kill on 3. 1, 2, 3, kill.
Central ball to start the second half, going to our left. And takes a couple of dribbles. He'll leave it for Rill, who pulls the trigger. A three, knocks it down! A pretty shot to open the second half from deep. Rosario spins and speeds to the hoop and lays it in for 2. Here's Rill spinning. One man fell. He missed it. Sukanik backside puts it up and in. Cutting inside, down low to Cruz, who lays it in. He's Brown with it out front to Sukanik high post. A bounce mid post to Rill. Up strong and scores. Swung right side. Lair pull up baseline. Knocks it down. And Sukanik the rebound for Central. Here's Lair speeding in. Pull up. Hits again! we can safely say.
I'm with you, yeah.
Rosario took it away from behind. Sidestep three, up and short, and the rebound. Azmir Lutfing, who dribbles it out. And the Central York Panthers are going to play for a state championship. The run continues. 79-65. Central York is going to state final on Saturday night.
Another 32 to earn.
Guys, listen up! Listen. I wasn't even ready to cry. I was so fired up, but I can't help it. We're going first.
We're not finished. We're coming for it all. We're not satisfied. Let's go. Central CML6. 1, 2, 3. Central. 2, 5, 6. Oh, yes, sir.
We got here because they worked hard at practice. That's it. There's no other reason. Because I told them, I think we're going to win a state championship. And I'm going to tell the reporters, we're not even close yet. We got like 3 more weeks to repeat. Don't you think?
Yes,
we're not even close, but
You got 4 days.
We got a lot of work that goes on behind the cameras.
yeah. And they do. They just bought in, and it's fun to go to practice because I don't have to coach hard work anymore. And these guys just come out.
Storyline, at times your Central's talented, they don't play physical, they're not always engaged. There were so many, you guys kept getting fouled. You matched them physicality for physicality. What's it's taken for you guys to get to that point? You can win in multiple ways.
Yeah, it's definitely been a roller coaster trying to rebuild the culture and kind of have the maturity. I mean, people forget that we're such a young team and that not all of us have been playing together for, more than 3 years. I mean, I'm the only senior on the team except for Bowden, who does a lot of work, behind the scenes. But I think the realization that we had after that loss to Reading, or to Red Lions, was so important for us because we realized that we weren't invincible if we didn't work hard, that we will lose games. I already said to you guys, that loss felt like we lost by 30, but we lost by 1 point. But the second we realized that if we go out and we just outwork everybody, the talent will take care of the rest. But the hard work puts us in the position to take advantage of our talent.
You guys are going to Hershey.
Yes, sir!
All right, get
Couple
out of
weeks
here.
late, but yeah.
Such a blessing.
You two weirdos, get out of here.
Watching our kids and having a sense of accomplishment and playing there in front of a packed house again and beating the defending champion from the year before felt really good. You felt a sense of relief that now the game you're going to go play in, there was no more practice the next day. It was going to be, you could pour everything now into one game where you weren't thinking about the game beyond that or the game beyond that or where your bracket was going. So
when that clock hit 000, we knew we did it. Job wasn't finished, but one of our goals was to go to the Giant Center, whether it was districts, whether it was states. They grinded all year to get to that point. So they knew it was at stake and they took it. It was a gritty game. You want to talk about a crowd, minus the Giant Center, that crowd was crazy. A lot of support from our students, our fans. It was unbelievable.
This game, Doug Lair came in and he broke the press, made a pull-up jumper, made great dishes. He changed the game. They wanted to press us because they got down. We just beat that press. And we always say you beat pressure by applying pressure. Well, Reading wanted to press us. we're going to beat them right down the floor. I remember Doug coming in the second half and changing the game for us.
One of the things that I'll always remember from that game is Doug Layer. He stepped up, we had a couple of fouls, and he made some super clutch plays. You know, as a freshman, stepping into that type of crowd and that type of atmosphere, you want to keep your expectations low, but man, he took off. So when I saw him playing with confidence, like I haven't seen all year, man, he definitely changed the game for us, and that's the one thing I'll definitely remember.
You know, talking to Coach Hoke, I had coached against him in 1987 when he played on Trinity, and we won by 2 in that game, or 1 by 1 in that game, went to the state finals, and his team didn't get to go. So I turned to him and I said, hey, we're going together this time. So it was kind of fun from a personal standpoint.
Let's go, boys!
The police escort was awesome. Going down to, we stopped at, do you guys remember where we stopped? What was that, the gym? Milton Hershey, beautiful gym. You know, we took some time in there, got some Chipotle, so just a little bit of time to, you know, relax, get some shots up, and prepare mentally.
You know, hats off to Coach Hoke for doing a great job, getting them over to Milton Hershey and practicing a little bit over there and shooting around and taking some of the nerves out. You know, we did a really good job of getting them ready for that game.
Some of the boys, they just wanted to hang out. Others went through their routine, you know, working on free throws. When you try to overanalyze or do too much, that's when you can get yourself into trouble. So we wanted to put less on them. So I think in that type of preparation, preparing how we normally prepare, but just on a different stage.
Well, we kept saying the number one thing in practice, what we kept saying is, let's keep it a business. It's business-like mentality. Like, what do we have to accomplish today? Forget about the results. Let's focus on the task. They were excited, but there was no way they were going to lose. So they would do whatever was expected of them in practice, on and off the court, too. We were so well prepared for that game that the outcome, you know, we would have been devastated had we not won. But I felt like, you know what? We're in a position to win this thing. Now, let's not play not to lose. Let's play to win. Almost got that.
Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me right now. Let's go, baby.
I see you grinning, bro.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Emotions were very high coming to that game. The main thing that I wanted the team to understand was, you know, we have to finish what we started.
I think it was just a matter of staying focused on the stuff with all the other things happening around you. And the kids did a great job of showing their maturity. And I think when they got to the arena, I watched to see if anybody was dazzled by the lights or anything. They weren't.
We knew that it was going to be a tough game and that we were bought in for every single second, every single minute of that game. And no matter what the outcome was, we were going to go down swinging until the last second.
We got 25 minutes. Let's go.
Say great moments are born out of great opportunity. Great moments are born out of great opportunity. You have earned the opportunity tonight to have a great moment. You've earned the opportunity by practicing hard every day, especially for the last 3 weeks. You've earned the opportunity to be in this locker room with only one other team in the whole state. You've earned the opportunity to play one more game and be the very best you can do. Great moments are born out of great opportunity. Grab the opportunity. Coach.
Ready? Yes, sir. Am I dying here or what?
Yes, sir.
Excited?
Yes, sir.
We're way past speeches. I know you're sick of my crap. 31 times I've said the same thing. Number one key for tonight, defense. Defense travels well. Everybody just wants to see you play. You know, you guys have shown me your heart. I know what's there. I know how bad you want this. You've earned it. You've earned the right to be here. And you take it a step further. We're gonna go nose to nose with these guys for 32 minutes. And we're not backing down. And you know what I know? You know what I know? It's our time right now. Let's go.
Good evening, everyone, from Giant Center in Hershey. Welcome to state championship basketball here tonight. It's the final game of the 2023-24 high school season. It's the boys 6A state championship, and it's the Central York Panthers who are going for a state title here tonight. They take on the Parkland Trojans. Welcome to what is going to be a historic night. Central, they are the home team tonight, 28-3. They've won 6 in a row to get here. Who knows? If not for that loss to Red Lion, maybe the end story would have been different. Whatever happened, they took that, and they have absolutely answered the bell. Trying to become the first York Adams League team to win a public school title and the first to do it in the biggest classification. So it's going to be historic either way. It's going to be a ton of fun no matter what happens. Spotlights on the Central bench across the floor, just over to our right. Their starters here tonight, same as it's been throughout this state playoff run. R.B. Brown, number 0, the sophomore, 2-year starter already. Ben Natal, 3-year starter, junior guard, averaging 15.6. Greg Gittinger, the only senior in this rotation. 18.5 points per game, the program's all-time leading scorer. Ryan Jackson, who's been inserted into the starting lineup during this state playoff run, and Ben Rill, who's been a beast. 15 points, 9 rebounds per game. House lights back on. We're getting set for the anthem here. We'll tip off the last high school game of the season. It's the boys 6A championship from Giant Center in Hershey. 15. It is just about time to tip it off. Now here we go. We are underway. Parkland controls the opening tip. Here to begin things tonight. Smaltz, the forward handoff. Koval, a deep three. Rim, glass, rebound. Gettinger, and Central gets a stop. Here's Rill banging inside, miss once, puts it back up and in, and Central strikes first. It's 2-0. Jaden Thomas, tough drive against Natal. He uses the window, and it's up and in. We're tied at 2. Backhand pass back to Gettinger. It was loose. Brown scoops it. He's got Jackson in from the left side. Miss. Rebound. Rill. And he had it stripped going up. Jackson keeps it alive. A 3. Natal. It's good. Ben Natal hits his first shot. It's from beyond the arc, and it's 5-2 Central. Dumps it down low to Smaltz. He was left open. Reverse layup is good before Rill could recover over. Here's Koval inside. Pull up in the lane. He strokes his first 2 of the night. And it's 8-7 Parkland. Here's a handoff. Natal lets it fly. 3-ball good. Ben Natal 2 for 2 from deep. And it's 10-8 Central. Here's Smaltz driving on Rill. Stops, spins. Right hand scoop. It's good. We are tied at 10. He'll start in and kick it. A 3 left wing. It's good. Luke Spang. He puts Parkland up 13-12. Panthers with it. Here's Brown to Rill coming out high post. Steps behind the arc. Shoots and the lefty hits. Ben Rill with a straightaway 3. 3 Koval short on the right wing. Rebound off to Natal. Here's Rill jab stepping, spinning on Spang. Up and got it on the runner. Ben Rill down the middle. He's got 9 in the opening quarter. 17-13 Central. Jammed loose by Natal, who steals it. Now lead pass ahead. It's intercepted. Didn't see Jaden Thomas. Got a pick from Smaltz en route to the hoop. Thomas goes in unbothered. And moving up in transition. Off to Koval. Right side, he drives it in. Rill there to contest, but Koval misses it in. Off the glass, and we're tied at 17. Gettinger now looking to hand off Natal. A hot start early. He'll pass over to Gettinger. Right side 3. It's good. Greg Gettinger all net. It's 20-17 Central. Nace a head fake. A runner in the lane. It's good. Brooklyn Nace hits his first shot. Central up 5. Nace on the break. He fakes and he got blocked from behind. Spang back to stop him. Thomas, only Rill is back. Thomas flings it up high and missed off the glass. No whistle. Central's got it. They dodge a bullet. Here's Rill, right corner for 3. Off the front of the rim. Rebound to the backside. Gettinger cruises in and lays it in. 24-17. Sukanik digs the inbound loose. A steal to Nace. He scores. Brooklyn Nace lays it in. Timeout Parkland. And Central is out to a 26-17 lead. They've scored 9 unanswered. And down for Parkland. Koval curls off a screen out top. Catch and shoot 3. Rattles it in. And there's his first. Here's Brown with it. High screen. Sukanik fires it into Rill. Dribbles hard to the hoop. Layup good. As Smaltz collapsed. And Ben Rill having a huge first half. They're up 10. Nace, the defense on Thomas, hit the side of the backboard. Smaltz, though, is there to get his hands on it, and a reverse putback is good. And Rill, tight quarters, blocked, Gettinger missed the putback, and Smaltz secures it. That was like the force in the immovable object. Now down low, Spang, a fake, and he lays it in, or Rooch, 13. It's 30-24. Here's Natal probing now, dashing down the lane, couldn't finish. And he's got his own miss. Steps back, fade away, right side, good. Ben Natal, pure little 10-footer on the fade. Feathers it into Gettinger. Drop step, left his man in the dust and scores! And that's going to bring us to the halftime horn. Central is up 10. And Central is 16 minutes away.
Come on! They're gonna keep swinging! We swing back! Let's go.
Halftime, we started to pull away, going into the locker room. Everybody's excited, everybody's yelling, everybody's hyped.
we're rolling right now. We can't be stopped.
How are we going to respond to it? We take their heart and then we take their soul. That's a good move, Barry. First 3 minutes.
Listen, they're not ready to go to war with us. They ain't ready to go to war with us.
Expect the pressure. We're not getting no calls either. They're going to be reaching. We can't turn over the ball. We got to make the easy pass. We got to stay strong with it and be patient on offense. We're getting open looks when we're patient. All right, don't try to force anything.
Hey, it's your last
16 minutes.
This is
our last 16 minutes.
Next
play for each other. Let's go.
Everybody done after this.
Yeah, next play.
First 3 minutes in this third quarter are the most important. We come out and we hit them in the mouth defensively,
Yeah, guys.
and then offensively we execute.
Hey, the heart's there, man. The heart, I knew it. I never questioned your heart, right? Now it's heart and smart. Now we got to really figure out how to lock down, get a couple stops in a row, and then get a couple easy ones at the other end.
You're playing 5-on-3 right now. 2, 3, and 24. Nobody else wants to shoot it until they do. Let's give some help on 24 inside, and let's make sure we stay on 2 and 3's right hand. They cannot beat you left.
Now we gotta have a high hand every single time. 2 and 3, they're both gonna come off that and looking to shoot. Okay, and the guys in the corner, even though you're helping down a little bit, do not help off of corners. Okay, we talked about that all year. We do not help off of corners. Every single one of their guys can shoot.
5 and 16. Let's go right now.
For each other. Take a couple deep breaths, real quick. Let's go to war, fellas. Central on 3, family on 6. 1, 2, 3, Central. 4, 5, 6, family.
Jog it out. Jog it out.
16.
Let's go. Let's go.
At half, I think we were up like 13 points at half. And, we're celebrating, we're having a good time, but everybody's still kind of on the edge of their seat because how do you find that balance of, being excited because, we only got, 16 minutes left until we're, the way it's going right now, state champions, but we still got to be locked in.
Now ready to begin the second half, 34-24. Central is on top. Here's Koval from deep, a 3, it's good. He doesn't need much daylight.
Yeah, he comes off that double screen, and like you said, he hardly needs any room at all.
Oh, Natal to the hoop, right side drive, got there and laid it in to answer back. Here's Small to spin on Rill, and he missed with the left hand. Rebound loose, and it ricochets to Brown. As Brown circles away out of traffic to the right. Oh, what a great look! Sukanik lays it in! Threading the needle underneath. A fall down layup try. Thomas can't hit. Natal the rebound. Stretch pass ahead. Sukanik dealt it back to Brown, who missed from 10. Rill is there for the follow. 40-27. Central up 13. A timeout, Parkland.
Can't ask for a much better start to the second half there from Central.
And a quick outlet off to Spang. Throws it ahead, Koval to Thomas. Left corner 3, and it's good. 40-30. Natal bangs his way in, a runner good. Driving hard down the right side, Natal soft touch up and in. Up 10 again, runner Koval got it from just under the left elbow. He's got 12. 42-34 Central. Off to Koval, wide open up top, and the three-pointer is good. That's as open as he's been all night.
Fight through it, just wasn't able to get through it at all.
42-37, Rill posting low, and shoulders up against Smaltz, but he missed. And the rebound to Rooch for Parkland. Parkland ball, handoff Thomas. Drives it in, right past Jackson, and lays it in. It's 43-41. Rill, high right post, ball knocked loose, picked up. Rooch hits Smaltz, who drove in from the foul line. He was fouled on the floor. Central is over the limit. It'll be free throws regardless. With 1:09 to go in the third, we start over. Draws Thomas out. Brown starts in a drive, a floater up. It's good! R.B. Brown, middle of the lane. Central back on top. Rooch hits Koval, flaring to the right, he shoots, missed the 3, rebound Rill at the horn. The lead was as big as 13, The lead at the end of 3 quarters is 2. But they lead at 45-43 as we go to the 4th. Thomas drive, dish low, Smaltz layup, it's good. And we're tied at 45 with 6 minutes to go. Here's Thomas in against Mays. Oh, Rill with the help, he stopped it. Smaltz recovers, reverse putback is good. And Parkland has the lead. It's their first since they were up 13-12. Now the 4:20 left, R.B. Brown for the lead. A 3, it's good! R.B. Brown answers right back. Central leads 48-47. High screen Smaltz, and Rill switches on to Koval. Koval trying to cross him over, drives it, hangs, scoops it, it bounced off. Sukanik wrestles it away. Under 2 minutes to go, Panthers up 2. Timeout Central. They'll try to get into their offense. A 2-point lead. Here's Natal curling down the lane. Layup good! 1:30 to go. Central up 4.
Big time possession here for Parkland.
Up top, Thomas, a 3 block. Gettinger's got it. And a foul with 1:01 to go. Gettinger came out and blocked the 3. Gettinger's second up, and it rattled out. Rebounded Dayton Thomas. And the lead remains 5 with 61 seconds to play. Thomas slips it down to Koval, cutting in, layup, and 1. And it's 53-50.
Would you say West from the line, 93%? Probably a pretty good chance this is going to go in, so.
And he made it. It's 53-51. And he scoots away, knifes in, wrap around, feed to Rill, power dribble, block going up, and jump ball called. It's Parkland ball with 26.8 to play.
Well, here we go. Got to get a defensive stop.
If you're a basketball fan or just a fan of humanity in general, and if you care about these kids, your heart has got to be beating out of your chest right now.
Oh, yeah.
Koval the dribble. He goes right. Pop pass over. A 3. It's off the back of the rim. Rebound. Sukanik. Off to Nays. He's fouled with 8.1 seconds to go. It all comes down to this. 8.1 seconds to play.
And then we get to the foul line. We're a 74% free throw shooting team. I'm thinking this is done. Like, we got this thing. You know, our best free throw shooter on the team misses them both.
Brooklyn Nace at the line. First one up, and the air ball is short. He's got to shake that off.
Yeah, he definitely pulled the string on that one.
Man, those 2 free throws were probably the most nervous I've ever been on a basketball court. You know, we had guys like Brooklyn getting to the free throw line, you know, airballing.
Second, off back rim, rebound, off the hands of Sukanik, they say. And it's Parkland ball with 6.8.
Not like this. Not like this, you know, after being up and then losing that's something that's going to haunt me for the rest of my life.
I mean, the championship game, nervous. So we missed the free throws. They get the ball, call timeout, said, all right, here's the deal. He's not getting a shot off. I forget, he's going to play Davidson, one of my favorite. No way is he getting a shot off. Coaches, what do we do? All right, well, let's double him. Let's put some length. We'll get Ben Natal, who had 4 fouls, on him. We'll get a little more length on him. He'll get rid of it. Well, we did a great job. He got rid of the ball. The freshman shot it, and I thought, oh, Lord, please don't let this go.
Freshman. I know number 21 was a freshman. Wide open shot for a 3. I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, anything but a 3. The 3 will win the game. He shoots it. From my angle, it looks good.
Here we go. They send Rouge up to receive. Off to Thomas across midcourt. Left side, Nasri, deep 3. No! It's no good! Rebound, Gettinger! It's over! Woo! The dream has become reality! The Central York Panthers have won the state championship. A wild celebration out on the floor here at Giant Center. How sweet it is. Central has won it 53-51. The final in a classic 6A state final.
Son of a gun, we won this thing.
I remember looking at Hoke and just being like, we did it. Like, that's it. Like, there's nothing else you can say. We did it. It wasn't just Hoke. It wasn't just me. It wasn't just Greg. As a team, we all did it.
The relief that they got what they deserved, I guess, is really what's overwhelming emotionally to me. Our players got what they deserved. They got what they worked for, and nothing by chance happened to ruin that.
From my standpoint, I just stood there for a second. I've won one as a head coach, but standing there was different. It was more like, that's pretty cool. And then looking around at your guys and being happy for them and looking around at all they had worked throughout the course of the year, the ups and downs, and thinking just kind of in microseconds about all those things coming together for this one moment and how happy they were. And it was just, I was joyful for them.
It was unbelievable. It still is. It brings me to tears. I tell everyone else, I don't even feel like we won the state championship. I don't make a big deal about it. All the accolades afterwards, nothing. Doesn't get me emotional. When I talk about these kids, I can't keep, it's overwhelming emotionally. They won because they've earned it. They grew up as individuals and as a team, and they won every game because they did exactly what they needed to do to win.
Bring me! That's what it is, bro! They've been down the whole year!
Let's go! Let's go!
You know, it's look back at it, because those are just the things that make you realize how important and how special the moment was, because you cared that much, that you were that nervous, that even just shooting the free throw, right, which is like the easiest shot in basketball, that and layups, I come down with the rebound at the end of the game after they missed their last three, and the buzzer sounds, we're winning, and I don't know, I remember I grabbed the ball, threw it up in the air, then realized I hope it doesn't hit the ref in the head, because then, I don't know, game's over, but you never know, they could have called it technical or something. Then it hits that, like, you won. You just look at your guys chasing you on the court, and we're all celebrating, because it's not just about you in that moment, it's about everybody.
But just when I see Greg grab that rebound, I'm like, sign of relief, finally, we did it. We did it for ourselves, we did it for our parents, our family, our community. We did it for our city, we did it for everyone. So
Greg got the rebound, and it took a second for everything to kick in once the final buzzer went off. But just seeing the coaches, the players, everybody in the arena yelling, running on the court, that's when it kicked in that we did it, we won, all the emotions, I didn't even know what to think. It's just a blessing, and I'm grateful to be a part of it.
That state championship can never be taken from us. So.
Baby, we do it! We can do it!
thing heavy. My neck hurt.
Won a state basketball championship until today. Central York defeats Parkland.
We just did this, bro. We just did it. We're taking this back to the Biddy.
Let's do it.
Huh? K to the universe on the line. You can airball the free throw, K. Get that on. Hey, I airball, but guess what? It don't matter. It don't matter. Hey, I still got all my pride, baby. I don't care. Chill. Trying to take my chain, I ain't going. I ain't going.
We gon' go to Jersey up. Bang, bang. If you want it, you gotta see it with a clear eye view. Got the short, she try to bless me like I said I chew. Bring me! Where's he? In the club, rockin' with my Kodak poppin'. All those rockin' all them jiggers, all them money. We ain't talking money out here.
Great. See this, bro? This is heavy right here. Read the back. Okay.
Gee, I'm live right now.
You're live right now?
What you guys say?
What you guys say to the fans?
What you guys say?
They'll be back. Ooh. I believe in y'all.
Be back.
Y'all be back.
Ooh.
How you gonna be back?
Okay.
Hey, no, y'all
No,
will be
we'll
back.
be back.
We be back.
I'll be back. Brooklyn, how you
All
feel?
Hey, I'm feeling great. Like you said, we're gonna be back. Back to back. Back to back. Watch out.
Coach
Why
Rick.
not us?
Heavy.
Hey, wait, what it tastes like? And cause you sent me some pictures, cause that would mean a lot.
You like little small talk. Everyone sit down and do a little small talk.
I just want to bring us back. Second round of districts. But listen, second round of districts. A month ago today. Listen, a month ago today.
If you wasn't rocking with us on 223, don't rock with us on 323.
Listen. A month ago today, we got stunned. We were the district favorite. Supposed to go win a championship. And we got stunned. We lost. 1 point. Everybody was down. Listen, I know y'all remember going to them consolation games and having 100 fans. 100 fans!
Not even!
And now listen, we fought our asses off and we won a state championship. Hey, everybody get a round of applause for yourself. Everybody get a round of applause.
Hey, boys, I really am proud of you.
No music.
One more time. Guys, I love you more than anything in the world. I just have 2 state champs.
Got it done. We got it done.
Obviously for the school, and I think for the whole county, it meant a lot. Put our school on the map because, first 6A school to ever win from York County speaks volumes. I think they set a standard of excellence that other players can reach up to and go to. This is probably the most talent I've ever seen in one place. But more importantly, it's not just talent, it's character. If everyone gives of themselves individually and sacrifices, that a team can become really, really good. Championship caliber, even a state championship caliber. And I watched our guys grow and motivate themselves during the course of the season. I learned that there's a lot of different ways to win. and knowing that defense wins championships, character wins championships, unselfish players win championships. That's the one thing that or several things I look back on as just wonderful parts of the whole season. Setting that standard is going to be the biggest thing, I think, for our team and where they go in the future. And that medal's already in the case now, so now it's a matter of who wants to go up and match that, and that's a tough standard. It's the biggest classification in Pennsylvania, boys basketball, and Central can say in 2024 they were the very best in the state, and that's the pretty good standard to set.
Bringing the first state championship to York County is, in terms of basketball, it is huge, and I hope just as an overall no one forgets about it, and it will be something to be remembered for a very long time.
I hope that this state championship kind of makes the standard for everybody, and that's going to be the future of Central York, everybody coming up through the basketball program. Just a small school from York County can win. I mean, playing with heart and playing as a team, this special group of guys, I hope that we can stay in contact even after high school.
This leaves a legacy, not just for us, but the whole city. I just hope we never forget it, and also I just hope we don't get comfortable with it, because us three guys and also others, now this year, now we have the biggest targets on our back. We're the state champs. We're looking to repeat, win districts, win counties again. That hard work that we had last year, we even double it, triple it this year, and work even 10 times harder.
A big thing that what our team represented was just having fun. And I think there's a lot of things that this team did that might have been frowned upon or unconventional. Dancing before games, getting hype and celebrating, before a game that you're there with your guys. Basketball's meant to be fun. I mean, look at what a couple guys can do for a community just by playing basketball, just by having fun and doing what we love. And it's still surreal knowing what we did and knowing what we accomplished together. But at the end of it, it was bittersweet, because that's it for me. And I don't get to experience that feeling again with these types of guys. We spend a whole couple years, 2 years, 3 years with some of these guys building to this moment, and now it's over. And I think that's what I'm going to miss the most, is showing up in the gym and getting better with these guys every single day. I just couldn't be more grateful that I was able to do it with the guys that I did it with.
You bring up legacy, and that's something we talked about over the summer. I sat down with RB, Dakota, a couple other athletes, and they said they want to leave a legacy. And I think right now that legacy is state champs. But we want to be more than that. They want to be, the best of the best. They want to be multiple-time state champs. They want to, hang banners in Central. Whether it's, state, district, county, scoring records, all that stuff. They just want to be known as a team that, never gave up and always, push themselves to the point of exhaustion, but also push them to the point of a state championship. I teach 6th grade, so when we went through our building, all the kids, they were super excited. They probably had no idea that I was even a basketball coach, some of them. So just seeing the smiles on their faces, like seeing the boys, I have them come into my classroom. They're in the community. They go to football games. They turn into like superstars. They have their billboards and stuff, and everyone knows who these kids are. And I tell them all the time, you're role models. When it comes to a little 2nd grader that was at that game, he says, I want to see Ben Rill. I want to be like Ben Rill, or I want to be like RB. You wouldn't believe the amount of people just out in the community, because I live here too, that just come up and say, hey, congrats on the state title. Don't even know them. Hey, you got some really awesome players. And I always reiterate, yeah, they're A+ people, they're A+ students, and they're A+ athletes, in that order.
I hope everybody understands that these kids exceeded every expectation put on them. That it wasn't anything other than a bunch of really good kids that really worked hard and got everything that they deserve. They proved that hard work always pays off. I hope everybody understands that it was a team effort in every which way. The support of the community, the support of the administration. I hope the legacy is that, these guys are the greatest kids and got everything that they deserved, because hard work always pays off. You just don't know when. And they deserve everything they got, and they're champions forever.
Every day I do is I need a facelift. Driving in my space. Get out my space, man. Get out my face, man.
Like this? Yeah, guys.
I can't believe we made it this far. 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 Made it this far. We're gonna win. I told him I was gonna give you one though. I can't believe I made it this far. Trying to tell you how I feel, tell you how I feel. I'm just trying to tell you how I feel, tell you how I feel. I think I'm turning down. Too much money, turn down deal, turn down deal. Too much money, turn down deal, turn down deal. We riding Broncos right through the hill. We riding Broncos right through the hill. She fucked me pronto when I call her. Ain't no stopping us, been going out here. They know we popular, they can't control nothing. I got that thing on me, I'm really blowing smoke. You know this ain't no motherfucking love. Everything on go. This that type of let the real speak, let the fake it gone. Let the fake on, let those niggas gone. Leave my ass alone. I've been on my own, I've been all alone. I fell on my face. I got up my own, I fell on my face. I got up on my own, I fell on my face. Got up on my own, I just left the studio, I just left the studio, did 24 songs. I've been on my shit, I've been off the grid. I can't disappear, I gotta watch my kids. I gotta watch my shit, I gotta watch my sis. Everything gets bigger, shit don't make no sense. Shit don't make no sense. I done niggas on fuck, niggas always mad. I don't give a fuck at all, I don't give a fuck at all. Yeah, nigga, I bought, told you niggas up. They ain't believe nothing else, they ain't believe us at all. They ain't believe us at all, they ain't believe us at all. They ain't believe us at all.